1954, I think they most.
Oh, very good, sir.
I am 1961 batch along with Anwar. Anwar is civil and myself was electrical.
Okay.
Janagram is B mechanical, 1954 batch.
Oh, 1964. Oh.
54.
54. Oh,
Yeah.
Very super seniors. Super seniors.
Super senior.
Yes. 25 years ahead of 79 minus 54 is 25 years.
Yeah. I think it's a role model.
Yeah.
Because I think he retired as chief mechanical engineer or something, railways.
Oh, railway.
Whom are you referring to?
You, Mr. Janagrama?
Rajgopal, you are referring to me. I didn't realize that. Thank you very much. I did retire as the chief electrical engineer of Southern Railway.
Yeah.
1st of April 1991.
Yeah.
Good morning, Mr. Chandra Shekhar.
Vijay Chandra, sir.
He is 1988 batch, sir. We are staying together in the Tudiyalur, Srivastava Gardens, Coimbatore only.
Okay.
He is also mechanical. Sir, your voice is, muted.
Yeah.
Muted, yeah.
Good morning to you all.
Yeah. He is 1987 or 88, sir? 87.
Yeah.
87 mechanical.
87. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Quite a lot of mechanical people are there, including me.
Okay.
Morning, I am.
But they are all very human, I should say, not machines.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I want to mention.
Sorry to have stolen the words from your mouth.
Those days there was no ECE. That time I think 79 batch they started. In our batch 15 seats only ECE, 10 for GCT, 5 for Salem engineering. They were the 5 people will come from Salem to join ECE. That was the status.
In fact, ACHT, Arthur Hope, started with only 2, civil and electrical.
Okay.
Mechanical, highways and other people used to go to Guindy.
Oh, okay.
I joined in 1950. In 1952, they started mechanical. That's how I belong to the first batch of mechanical engineers from GCTAA.
But that time your college was in Hope College, that place?
No, Hope College was only in Pilamedu. When it shifted to Tadagam Road, that is in 1950.
Okay.
In 1950, it shifted.
That means you are the first batch for the GCT campus, you can say.
I am the first batch for GCT campus, of course. But I joined in the first year. There are other people. The fourth year people are also there. The third year people are there. Second year people are there. Our hostel is where the staff are now staying. And the campus in those days was only the rectangle at the far western end. You know that quadrangle.
Okay.
We used to have a beautiful lawn there. And Morley is quite a character. He put a big lawn in that entire area and put notice. To spoil the lawn, take your shortcut from here. Nobody would have said keep off the grass. So I'm talking too much. I would like to listen to all of you.
Okay.
No, you just made us to visualize how it would have been in those days. As if we are studying in Oxford or lots of
Now the campus is fully cramped, sir. No space actually to move around.
Absolutely, and we lost a lot of green over there.
Yeah.
Sir,
become
you got such a big playground there. You got so many departments.
Yeah.
Whereas for us, the electrical department was only the small lab at the end. Now you got a huge building.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't say that you should not grow. You should grow further.
Equally, the hostel facilities, they are not, commensurate with the student strength. That's the problem.
That is true. We always live in shortage. You see, in governmental working, that's the problem. We always do lagging, not leading.
Yeah.
It's, our accounting is like that. systems are like that.
And even
I
the
don't think that
playgrounds
any
are
of you are in
occupied
the
for
government.
various purposes these days. And playground is getting shrinked.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. It's not a good sign. And the same hostel is being maintained for 1,200 people every year. Those days it was for only 200 people. When we were doing it in '87, only 200 people were joining every year, and there was hostel. The same hostel is being utilized for 1,200 people now. So just think of how it is difficult for the students to cope up with.
Hi, this is Vijay. I'm from the batch of 2002. I'm very young, by the way. Would you guys, can you do a professional introduction? It'll be wonderful to know about each of you, because we honestly, we are.
Vijay, you are a master.
Master of what?
I don't know why you felt that way. Okay, by the way, could you do an introduction, please? It would be wonderful, each one of you, because we would love to know, about your careers and what you did in life, etc. I'll start with myself, the youngest. My name is Vijay Chandra Shekhar. I am from the EC batch of 2002. After my graduation from GCT, I did a master's from an institute by the name XLRA Jamshedpur. And I currently work as a financial consultant with Bank of New York Mellon, and I'm based out of Madras. I kind of manage me along with another gentleman by the name Gautam Ravi. He is from the batch of 2014. Both of us sort of manage the GCT's official LinkedIn page. So we have an official LinkedIn page on which we publish a lot of information pertaining to GCT, our alumni, their achievements, pretty much everything, all the way going from its, all the way from 1946 when the college was formed. So we kind of publish a lot of information to the larger community to build our brand, because we honestly feel that it's a fantastic brand. It's just that we need to tell a wonderful story, which we haven't told thus far. So I, along with Gautam Ravi, we manage the GCT alumni LinkedIn page. GCT LinkedIn page. And we also have a wonderful group. Some of you are part of that group. For instance, Rajagopal sir is part of that group. It's called the GCT Coimbatore Alumni LinkedIn group, where we discuss stuff about life in GCT, about our alumni, etc. By the way, the chat box is open. You can chat with everyone. So in a short while, I will send you the link to the official GCT LinkedIn page as well as the LinkedIn group. And we're also running a GCT quiz. I'll share the links to the GCT quiz. I would invite all of you to participate in the GCT quiz. It's about our alumni, their achievements, and life at GCT. So thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to talk to you guys. Over to you.
Thank you. Gopal, actually 79 batch mechanical. So immediately after graduation, I joined a Neyveli Lignite Corporation. You would have heard, no? Neyveli Mines and Power Plant. So there I worked in fertilizer plant and thermal plant. Then 92, I joined a Saudi electric company. There I worked about 10 years. Then I came back to India, and there I joined a private power plant. It's called a STCMS. That was a foreign direct investment. There's an American company. So for about 20 years, I was working there. Then after retirement, I'm settled in Coimbatore. I'm doing some private consulting for the project management, new projects for the lignite to ethanol, lignite gasification, like that we are working as a private consultant.
Good morning. I am Durai Raj of Electrical 70 batch. After my graduation, I joined Western Crompton, Chennai. And after a stint of about 10 years, then I started my own. I'm a technocrat entrepreneur. We are manufacturing high voltage electrical equipments and exporting equipments to around 60 countries. So we are employing around 1,000 people in various plants. This is in short. Thank you very much.
Chennai, your manufacturing industry in Chennai or Coimbatore?
Chennai, Bangalore, It was in Kolhapur, but now it is not there. Chennai and Bangalore right now. Thank you.
I am Shankar Lingam, GCT electrical branch. Last year we have celebrated our 19th Golden Jubilee meet. I am at Chennai.
Yeah, next person, please. Next gentleman. Could you introduce yourself? And by the way, if it's possible, when one is speaking, it will be good if others can mute their lines. Yeah, Rajagopalan sir, I think you can go now. There's no one else who's introducing. Anyone with introductions, please? Others? We've had a few.
Mr. Vijay, where are you based now? Is in Bangalore?
Chennai. Based out of Chennai.
What's the company name you told?
Bank of New York Mellon. It's called
Bank.
Okay, I will call you. As Mr. Vijay requested, I will introduce myself. You see, I'm 1961 batch, electrical engineering, and my brother Anwar Bacha is from 1961 civil. And I worked in a company called Crompton Engineering Madras Limited. It later on merged with this parent company, Western Company, became known as Western Crompton. It went through a lot of purple patches and then revival, collapse, revival, collapse like that. 1961 to 1972, I was in project engineer for the company's overhead power transmission projects. I did one project in Andhra, then went to Libya, then went to Nigeria. Nigeria, we did a 330 kV overhead project. I was one of the 3 project managers. Came back to India and worked the construction projects of the company. Designed in 1972 because joined a family firm. From construction, we went moved to cosmetics. So we are today a fairly large firm. About 3,000 employees. And God's grace, we are doing well. Also able to help some of the students, alumni. I don't want to speak about it because contributions are all motivated by God Almighty. So I wish that as long as I'm here, be able to continue to help the students. I wish the institution all success. I heard Vijay's comments about the hostel. I don't think I will agree with that because when we were admitted in 1957, we were staying in the quarters in the Forest College campus. Today, no college will dare to offer it as a case. The idea is 4 years you are with the students, friends. That is the plus. Never and education has gone up. Raghavan.
Sir, one moment, sir. I request the rest to mute because I think we are hearing some disturbance. So please mute your line when someone is speaking. Thank you very much.
The success then was tired and tired. I don't think anybody will recognize the words tired and tired. Because that becomes chips integrated, very large integrated chips. So that's an hour. Zoom meeting college.
I cannot hear you. I cannot hear you. Can you call back?
Yeah, I can't call back now. I'm in a meeting.
Can you back?
Okay, this is how much. Excuse me, I will come back to the meeting. My son is calling from Canada.
Yeah, can someone else introduce? It will be wonderful. We've had Rajagopal sir introducing himself. Anyone else, please?
Yeah, this is Chandra Shekhar. Passed out in 87, mechanical engineering. So after finishing my engineering graduation, I joined here locally in Coimbatore called Universal Radiators. That time they were a monopoly making radiators. So after that, I got a portfolio to do some project in Saudi Arabia on the same line. And I joined there in Alumni refrigeration. So after working for 4 years, then I came here in 1994 and started my own industry in plastic field. And I'm running that industry for the last 26 years. It's going good, God's grace. That's all from me. Thank you.
Sorry, sir, can you name the firm? The name of the firm? The one that you run?
Techno Plastic Systems. Catering to all engineering components in plastics, plastic molding, and acrylic fabrication.
And it's based out of Coimbatore, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry for interruption. A few words to Mr. Rajagopal. I am Durai Raj, and I am also ex-Beston Crompton. I joined Beston Crompton. Of course, at those days it was called Crompton Engineering. I joined in the year 1970. I was there up to 80. Nice to meet you, Mr. Rajagopal.
Yeah, Beston Crompton used to have a transmission line company in Saudi also called a national contracting company. They joined with one local company. They're doing a lot of projects. Even now they're doing a lot of projects here.
Yes, yes.
Even Africa, Ethiopia, many countries they are doing now.
Yes, yes.
Any of you know Ganeshan of Crompton Engineering by any chance?
Yes, I know very well.
Now, please open the chat box. I think none of you have opened the chat box because I don't find any comment from any of you. I have made at least 6 comments. So please open your chat box. And talking of Crompton, to both you, Mr. Doraraj, and to Rajagopal, my connection with Crompton's was when I did the electrification from Arakonam to Jolarpet. Mr. Ganeshan was there. I don't think I met any of you people at that time.
Yes. You must be talking about Mr. C.S. Ganesan.
Yeah, quite right. Same person,
Yes.
person.
Yeah, he was my boss those days, in fact.
Sorry to interrupt. Janakiraman sir. Ninga chat pananona, ninga I think you must have sent your message to GCTAA. Nanakira. Or option irukum. Everyone or option irukum. Ninga adha ninga vandu check pannada ellarkum pogum.
When I put that down that arrow, at that time I didn't see that. I had only GCTAA.
Yeah. Adu vandu ortharku dhaan pogum. GCTAA nu or thani account, and account ku mattum dhaan pogum.
I didn't see that everyone at that time.
Yeah, yeah.
So anyway, it's okay. They
Open
must
பண்ணும்போது
have-
இல்ல, இது
Doesn't
ஸ்டார்ட்
matter, I have
பண்ணும்போது
said
இல்ல.
whatever has to be said.
All right, wonderful,
Yeah,
wonderful.
congratulations, Vijay. As I said, you are true to your name. And by the way, are you the host of the Zoom meeting?
No, the host is GCT Alumni Association. GCTAA னு ஒரு அக்கவுண்ட் இருக்கும் பாருங்க.
ஆமா.
அது வந்து நம்ம Alumni Association அக்கவுண்ட் மாதிரி வச்சுக்கங்களேன். So they are the hosts of the meeting. I'm just a moderator for the time being because they're
You're
kind
the
of busy.
moderator for the time. That's what I
Yeah,
said. I usually use the word moderator, not host.
Yeah. So
Please
just
go
that.
ahead. Let me not stop.
No. Please go ahead. I'm just like one among you. So we're just waiting until the session starts.
Taking the lead and going ahead with it, you see.
Oh no, pleasure.
That's a nice thing.
Sir, very good morning to all. This is Isaki Muthu. That is, I passed out in the 84 4-year batch, first batch. Now I am after that one. I joined our NLC. Earlier it is a Neyveli Lignite Corporation. Now it is an NLC India Limited. Now I am posting a project at Pasingsar project. I am in the Pasingsar in Rajasthan. I am very much happy to see that all the seniors you are connecting here to discuss about our GCT, and the day in the colleges is remembering, and all those things it is happening. It is still very happy days in our GCT. Thank you, sir. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you.
Oh, Mr. Sekimata, good morning. I forgot. I could not recognize you. You are in thermal too, no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You are in training division also. You are in training division for some time.
Yes, sir. I was at the thermal training center at TS2. After that, I joined in our NDPL Thothukudi, that is a 1000 megawatt power plant.
Yeah.
From starting from erection onwards, I was there.
Yeah. I could not recognize your face. I remember after only telling when you are in the NLC, then I remember I have met you. I was in thermal too for about 5 years.
Yes, sir. Very nice, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Forward.
You are in Rajasthan now?
Sir, now I am in Rajasthan.
Okay.
That is from 2017 I was here. Now I am holding the Chief General Manager as well as the project head in Pasingsar.
Okay.
Thank you. Sir.
By the way, Mr. Gopal, my company is Power Gear Limited. We have been associated with STCMS project at New Delhi. We have supplied our equipments through ABB.
Equipment, sir, I was from installation for 20 years. I was working the project.
Same STCMS or?
STCMS only. I worked in STCMS right from the erection till 2018.
Okay. Because our ultimate customer was STCMS at that time.
Yeah, correct, yes. That was ABB was doing all the switchyard work.
Yes.
230 kV.
Through ABB, we supplied our equipments.
Okay. I remember. Now it's called a TACA. That company has been taken over by Abu Dhabi Electric Company. Abu Dhabi TAQA. It's an Arabic word. It's taken over 2013. It was taken over from STCMS. It was taken over by TACA.
It was an American company at those days.
It's an American company. Now it's Abu Dhabi company.
Yes. My classmate Sankarlingam is there. So a few of my more classmates will be joining now.
Okay.
Gautam Ravi, are you there on the call? Gautam, batch of 2014.
Hi, hello everybody. Good morning.
Would you like to introduce yourself to this community?
Hi,
I thought they should know about you.
Well, I'm pretty young to be telling about.
It's okay. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, hi, I'm Gautam here. I'm from the 2014 mechanical batch, and I work for ABB, and I've been listening to all this conversation that's been happening since 2 minutes. It feels so proud that we're all talking about the same industry, and all the mentions. And currently, I'm in Italy, and I take. I'm into the supply chain, so I work with a lot of people, and almost every other day I discover somebody related to GCT. So this feels so great.
By the way, Gautam is again one of those who is who's kind of a passionate GCTN, trying to collect a lot of information about what GCTNs do, and he is also one of the gentlemen who is managing the GCT's official LinkedIn page, as well as our LinkedIn group. So I shall keep sending the links to the official LinkedIn page as well as our LinkedIn group. I invite all our alumni to join the group, as well as those who are on LinkedIn to tag their education to the official GCT LinkedIn page. Thank you, Gautam, for your introduction.
Good morning, Gautam.
Can you introduce yourself?
Are you still in Italy?
Yes, I am, sir.
I think I have spoken to you, or you have sent me an email also, and I have replied to you, if I'm not mistaken.
Definitely, sir. It's the same person here.
Anyway, nice.
Thank you.
One good thing with Zoom, you are able to get people from all over the world.
Definitely, sir.
A silver lining to the dark cloud of COVID.
No, you bet, sir. Thank you so much.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, loud and clear.
Very good, very good. Thanks, Vijay. Very nice to see all of you.
Velan, please introduce yourself, rockstar.
Hi, everyone. My full name is Sendil Velan. I'm from 1998 mechanical batch. I shortly go by Velan. Right now, I'm sitting in the campus in the production department's Rudra Hall. We have the team here, few of the alumni and few students who have come here to help in setting up the session before we begin. I think as per the agenda, we are planning to start around 9:45. And the first 45 minutes is an AGM. Most of you are very well aware, I guess, right? Followed by the alumni rally, the speeches. We have planned some activities during the second half to engage. And it is so happy to see a lot of new faces and senior members. I'm hoping at least we will get 50 people. Normally we have 200 people coming in. So Sukumar and myself, we will be here hosting the event in online as well. Vijay, Pradeep, Gautam, and quite a few people have been behind the scenes to organize this event, along with the executive committee. I would like to recognize all of them when the time comes. But meanwhile, apart from introducing, amongst ourselves, if there are any suggestions that we have for further engagement between the alumni and the students and faculty community, I think it will be very nice to see. Very nice. Morning, sir. Anwar sir has arrived. So we are on the camera, sir. Just introducing. Okay. So that's a very brief introduction. Back to you, Vijay. Please continue to engage the participants. We will get the participants, in-person participants here to be organized and try to start on time. Thank you.
Certainly. Meenakshi, are you there on the line?
Yeah, I'm here, Vijay.
Short introduction, please. It'll be lovely.
Okay. No, I would take, Gautam's stand on that, right? Kind of, we just into the mix, more juniors than seniors, right? So I was giving the respectful time for the rest of the alumni to introduce themselves. But thank you so much, Vijay, for the opportunity. This is Meenakshi. I'm based out of Chennai. I work for a corporate company right out of college, placed in campus there, and the senior director there. handling one of the business units for some of the responsibilities and roles. Have been associated with alumni activities for the past 3 years plus. And, there are times, I think the alumni activities are like this waves, right? It goes to an highs and then to the lows. So that's why we have like a very vibrant community now. Sendalvel and Vijay and Gautam are very much a part of it. There were a few of us who were, shepherding it a long time back, but would love to get the support. The students today, right? And as we speak, Janakiraman sir, to your point on silver lining, definitely this year, when we started out, we thought we'll have bleak placements. But even with pandemic, I think it's been a boon because it has equalized a lot of our college background along with the rest of the private colleges. Much so to the extent now talent only matters and no more the placement, the financial engagement, how they're wooed to the college. I think those things are now equalized. Now it's only the talent and how students clear the aptitude, how students are able to clear the interview. Whereas earlier it was like, okay, we need to go after the placement. We need to know who's who of each of the corporate and bring them into the campus. So I'm hoping that kind of level set is going to continue into the future, and looking forward to greater times of GCT with all your support in that. Thank you, Vijay.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Meenakshi. Anyone else here who would like to introduce? Please go ahead. Just unmute your line and you can introduce yourself. Anyone, any alum who hasn't introduced himself or herself? Chandra Shekharan, sir, have you introduced yourself? I don't think you did. I can see Mr. Chandra Shekharan, CS. This is Chandra Shekharan. Chandra Shekharan. Do we have him on the line? All right. I think he's probably not hearing us. Mr. Guruswamy, Civil 1961. Mr. V. Guruswamy, Civil 1961. Okay, I think we're not able to reach out to him. Yeah, I think we had somebody joining just now. 1 moment. Prabhu Parniswamy, are you there on the line? Prabhu Parniswamy? Prabhu Parniswamy.
Hey, hi Vijay, Prabhu Palanisamy. Can you hear me now?
Yes, very clearly. Can you introduce yourself? Just a short introduction.
Extremely sorry. I just got the link from one of my friends. I'm a 2015 batch out student. When I get into this meeting, I just got really excited. பார்க்கும்போது எனக்கு ரொம்ப ஒரு மாதிரி எமோஷனலா கூட அட்டாச் ஆன மாதிரி இருக்கு. எனக்கு என்ன பேசுறதுன்னு தெரியல. இவ்வளவு பெரிய சீனியர் மெம்பர்ஸ் கூட நான் இப்படி ஒரு மீட்டிங்ல இருக்கிறது இதுதான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம். ஸோ ஐம் ஃபீலிங் எக்ஸைட்டட். ஸோ நான் 2015 மெக்கானிக்கல் இன்ஜினியரிங் முடிச்சேன். இப்போ பெங்களூர்ல அப்ளைட் மெட்டீரியல்ஸ்னு ஒரு கம்பெனி ஒர்க் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கேன். ஸோ நவ் இன் சவுத் கொரியா ஃபார் ஆன்சைட் ஒர்க்.
Applied materials, am I right? That's applied materials.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, wonderful, yes. Wonderful. So you joined applied materials from campus or?
No. After I complete my UG 2 years, I work in Chennai for Minda Stonebridge. It's an automobile company. Right. So then I got into opportunity in applied materials.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Vijay Chandrasekhar. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Guruswamy sir, are you there? Guruswamy,
yes,
Civil.
Please.
Okay,
yes,
wonderful.
Please.
Yeah, can you introduce yourself? Just a short introduction, please. It will be wonderful to hear you.
Thank you. I passed out 1961 Civil Branch B Honors, and I joined PWD immediately. I worked there for 19 years till 1980. Then I joined Anna University on deputation from PWD. And then the university was started only in 1978. So 1980, I joined there as a visiting assistant professor. And then after 6 or 7 years there, they formed an institute of remote sensing. So I was one of the members of the group of initial institutional arrangement. And then I was given designated as scientist F grade. That is on par with the ISRO Department of Space. And then I was also working there, and then we also joined to introduce MTech remote sensing, and then geoinformatics, BE geoinformatics. I was also working as a manager in the Indo-German project, the technical project to upgrade or promote the Institute of Remote Sensing. And then so many academics were trained in Germany. And then that course was very successful. The geoinformatics course also there, MTech remote sensing also there. Now MTech geoinformatics is also there in the Anna University. And I was working there up to 60th year, 1997, and retired there. And afterwards, I'm just be quiet, and then that's all my brief introduction of our service. I'm very thankful. With God's grace, I joined GCT, the great institutions, and then we just remember our principal. We called him as he was in the head. So many old memories are going on, and then I think it is okay for me. Thank you so much.
That was wonderful. Where are you based out of, Guruswami sir?
Now I am Trichy, Sundar Nagar.
Right.
And then now I am doing the spiritual service in that is Samiti coordinator. That is Sathya Sai Institute, the Sathya Sai organizations. So we have some regular service activities.
Wonderful, wonderful. So you belong to the batch of Anwar Bacha, sir, right?
Anwar Bacha, yes, he is my
civil engineering, 1961. All right, yeah.
Good.
Vijay, my friend Subramaniam has joined just now from Dubai.
Oh, wonderful.
We can ask him.
Oh, please, certainly. Subramaniam sir.
I'll call back. Huh? Yes, good morning, sir. This is Subramaniam. Hello.
Sir, short introduction, please. Go ahead. Yes, it'll be wonderful to hear from you.
1983-87 batch, mechanical. My colleague is there, V. Shekhar. We are all together. I think Chandra used to come regularly for this meeting, so now I'm first time I'm joining. If I'm in Dubai, this is working day for me, first working day of the week. So I'm getting frequent calls, also I'm coming off and off. So I like to join the group and see what's happening. So I may not be very actively participating. I'll be a good spectator, and very soon I'll be trying to spend full time on this. So I'm basically 87 batch mechanical. I worked in India for around 10 years, and then I came to Dubai and worked here for an engineering line for nearly 10 years. And after working 10 years, I started my own company. I have an engineering company, electromechanical contracting, engineering, fabrication. We mostly work on power plants and oil field companies. Almost 70% of the work we do, maintenance of various utilities in the power plant. So with jack of all knowledge, we are doing XYZ in power plants related to mostly engineering, mechanical engineering subjects. That's a short introduction.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you very much. And those on the call, if possible, if you can forward the invite to some of your classmates, we would love to see more of them joining this meeting. We have 22 participants now. We would like to see a lot more. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Will do.
We have Asai Thambi. Are you on the line, please? Asai Thambi.
Asai Thambi. Where is Asai Thambi?
Asai Thambi KS. I'm not sure. I can't even see a microphone.
College meeting.
Okay. Maya Vannan Megavannan. Maya Vannan Megavannan.
Hello.
Yeah, may I know who is this?
Yeah, Mayavanan. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful, sir. Can you give a short introduction about yourself?
Yeah, good morning all. I'm Mayavanan. I 78 to 83 mechanical batch. Yeah, after that I did my master's in PhD Tech. Then I joined multiple companies. Now I am working in TCS for the last 20 years. In Chennai, I'm working in Chennai. Thank you.
Sorry, you said TCS, is it? Tata
Correct, yeah.
Consultancy Services? Oh, wonderful. Okay, thank you. Kumarasamy Muthu Udayar. Kumarasamy Muthu Udayar. Do we have him here? Kumarasamy Muthu Udayar. I couldn't reach him. Do we have anyone else? SKM Home. May I know who is this? SKM Home. Do we have him here?
My name is SK Mahadevan. I am from 1970 mechanical. I did my post BSc in BE in GCT. For 15 years, I worked in Western India, many big companies. Then 1992, I started my own company. We do sell machine tools of international reputed companies. And also we have a manufacturing unit, manufacturing for aerospace and defense components.
Sir, are you from the batch of
Bangalore?
Sir, are you from the batch Suresh Sundareshan? Is he from your batch?
I am from batch of Mr. Dorairaj.
Dorairaj. So Sundareshan was 1 year junior to you, is it? The person who went to CBRD, the battle tank Arjun guy. Okay, all right. Can you just repeat the name of the firm?
My company name is Mono Marketing Private Limited.
Mono Marketing Private
And
Limited.
another company name is Mono Manufacturing Solutions Private Limited.
And this is based out of Bangalore, is it?
Both are Bangalore, but we have unit at Chennai and also at Coimbatore and Dharwad.
Oh, Dharwad, Karnataka. Oh, wonderful. Thank you very much, sir. Thanks for your introduction.
Vijay, I would like to add something here because you said about CBRD. I was in close association with the CBRD. I used to come to every week, twice a week for the last, 4 years from 87 to 90 to develop the cooling system for T-72 tank. After Arjun, they developed T-72. For that, the entire cooling system has been done by Universal Radiators in R&D department. That was taken care by myself.
Oh,
so
wonderful.
we developed, and after 2.5 years, the entire system has been submitted for testing and tested in Pune tracks and got approved, and we got the order.
Oh, wonderful.
That was a wonderful experience to start as a beginning. To begin.
All right. I think Janaki Raman sir wanted to say something. Janaki Raman sir, did you want to say something? Would you want to say something? I thought you wished to.
I think I had introduced myself already.
No, sorry.
The meeting start, I may speak to everybody.
Yeah.
I would like to say something. We had that Zoom meeting of the Platinum Jubilee when we had 400 participants. Today, of course, it's only 22 because it's 21 now, because it is only the annual one. But I hope there will be more people joining. And the Zoom meeting has this advantage. For example, Gautam has spoken from Italy, and somebody is speaking from, I don't remember the name, who spoke from Dubai. So the silver lining to the dark cloud is there. Let us look at the silver lining and not the last cloud.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you.
Vijay, can I say something here?
Oh, please, sir. Go ahead.
This is the same message I convey for the students who are in the city scholarship what we are Alumni Association giving. Now, I am in the habit of browsing various statistics given by the government of India. and the state governments. With due respect, most of them are unreliable. Government claims that there is a poverty ratio has come down to something like 10% or 12%. Absolutely false. Because the basis that a person is below BPL if their income is $1 per capita per day. Now, International Monetary Fund and World Bank has revised that long ago to $2 and $3 per day per capita. Based on that, we can comfortably say that at least 50% of our population are below poverty line. The proof of the pudding, you have nearly 600 applicants every year for the scholarship. I'm not decrying, I'm not running down the achievements. For the last 72 years, India has gone places. We are today the third largest economy in the world in terms of PPP, nearly $12 trillion. Only US 15 trillion and China with 21 trillion are ahead of us. But the critical thing is per capita. So the message I'm trying to come down, every alumni who is participating here and will participate in the future meetings should adopt a request. I'm not saying when I say should, I'm not giving a dictation. A request, at least 5 or 6 students per year, give them about 6,000 to 7,000 rupees, which will help them to go through the hostel. The earlier participants, they were saying their achievements and the present position in life makes me very happy. We wish that this same thing happens to the younger students, the students of this batch and the next batch and the next. That funds should not be a constraint of their coming up. We can always tell them that, yes, you have got some assistance today. When you go and settle down in good positions, as you will, in the very near future, you should also help. Because in spite of the low fees in government colleges, I don't see a situation where you will get less than 600, 700 applicants per year the next 10, 15 years. So let's all get together and do something for the not so fortunate. Today they are not fortunate. Tomorrow they'll be fortunate. They may be more fortunate than you and me, or you and I rather. So this is the message I want to convey. Give, because that is the funds, that's the money that God Almighty is giving you. And keep that in mind when you contribute liberally. Thank you very much, Vijay.
Thank you very much, Rajagopalan sir. There is just one thing that I would like to point out, and I would like to take this opportunity to say that while Rajagopalan sir said about our students coming from very poor backgrounds, which is true, but we also see another need where they need funds to step up. So one is basic subsistence. So they need scholarships, and thankfully we have alumni scholarships, and a lot of private institutions such as Foundation for Excellence, Robert Bosch, Siemens, etc. also have scholarships, and our students have availed them as well. But we also see a strong need for our students to step up. I mean, this is like the difference between what India did in the 60s and the 70s by setting up, say, an ISRO or a DRDO, because one could have always said that we are a poor nation and we don't need an ISRO or a DRDO. But having them set up in the 1960s and the early 70s did make a lot of difference. So we run a lot of alumni programs. Some of them are scholarships, and some of them are programs that allow students to step up their skills and hope that they become more employable in this job market, become entrepreneurs, and hopefully create wealth for themselves, for the country, and hopefully they contribute back to our alma mater. So thank you, Rajagopalan sir, for that point of view. But I would just like to bring another point of view to this problem as well, and I hope that you don't take it in the wrong sense. Thank you.
No. Wisdom is not the exclusive listing of any particular individual. I went about it in a particular way. Shows that I am becoming fossilized. That's all, nothing else.
I think Chandrasekharan sir wants to say something because I can see his hand raised. Chandrasekharan sir, I can see your hand raised. Would you want to convey something? You are on mute, sir. I can see you adjusting your camera. Your hand is raised, but I think you are on mute.
No, nothing.
No, sorry, sir. This is another Chandrasekharan. You can see his hand raised on the chat. On the participants list, you can see Chandrasekharan's hand raised. I'm not sure whether he wanted to say something. All right. I think he's still adjusting his camera. Okay. Mano, a young man from batch of, is it Mano Prakash? Mano, are you there? Mano, are you there?
Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir. Can you introduce yourself? May I know who's this?
Yeah, I am from 1983 mechanical branch. And I am now working for TCS as senior GM and head of sales and leadership development.
Are you Selvam, sir?
No, this is Manoharan.
Oh, Mano. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. So we had another TCSer here. Who was that? I thought another person from TCS joined. Mayavanan. Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah,
so,
hi Maya.
So you know each other, do you?
Yeah, very
yes,
much. Both same mates.
Very well.
Classmate.
Oh, wonderful. That was wonderful.
Vijay, I am as well. I am from TCS.
Yeah, Velan, of course. So we have 3 TCSers here. That's wonderful.
Actually, Vijay, you need to ask for ex-TCS, so there will be a lot of hands.
Absolutely, yeah. Meenakshi is from TCS. She's an ex-TCS.
Myself as well.
That was, sorry, who was this?
Sugumar.
Oh, Sugu, yeah. Sugu as well. Oh my God. This could be a TCS alumni meet then. Or if not anything else, at least a Tata alumni meet. I'm sure a lot of them will have a Tata background. Right, wonderful.
Hello.
Chandrasekharan sir, you had your hand raised. Would you like to say something? Go ahead,
Hello?
sir. Yeah, go ahead, sir. We can hear you. Go ahead. Chandrasekharan sir, please go ahead. We can hear you.
Hello.
We can hear you.
I'm Chandrasekharan from Salem.
Yes, sir. We can. Hear me? Yeah, introduce yourself, sir. Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Please go ahead.
Sir, I will introduce myself as I am 1961 batch electrical. My classmates are Rajagopal and Anwar Basha, Guruswami, etc. Can you hear me?
Yeah, absolutely.
We were from the 1961 batch and we are completing 60 years this year. And I have worked in the electricity board for from 61 to 1995. Now I retired and now settled at Salem. Thank you for making arrangements for such a meeting. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chandrasekharan sir.
There were 2 Chandrasekharans. One is just another guy went to US.
There are another Chandrasekhar is also there with the same initial.
All right.
Yes.
So we have 4 1967 alumni. 4. Chandrasekharan, Guruswami, and Anwar.
Do we have Selvam? By the way, we have an update from Velan. Many in-person participants have arrived and they're doing their registration. I think shortly we should start our alumni meet. But until Vedan, just send us a message, once they've all settled down and we start our meet. Meanwhile, more introductions. Anusha Ravi. Do we have Anusha Ravi here? Anusha Ravi, I can see her on the participant list. Anusha Ravi. All right. Selvam's iPhone. All right. So we are hearing from Velan that we shall start in a few minutes. Meanwhile, if anybody wants to introduce himself, herself.
Vijay.
Yep.
I think we just interrupted. Manoharan sir was. We can allow him to talk.
Oh yeah, certainly. Manoharan sir.
Yes, sir. I introduced myself. I hope you are able to.
We would love to hear a longer introduction, sir. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See, in fact, I joined as soon as I completed our BE in ISRO as Sriharikota as scientist. And then later I moved out and then went to various companies as consulting side of it because I wanted to become a consultant. And then I worked for Ashok Leyland also as in the marketing division. And at that time, I did my MTech in MIT Chromepet as part-time. So 5 semesters, 2.5 years. And then I joined TCS. So I'm in TCS for now 28 years. And 10 years experience I joined. So overall, I'm having 38 years of experience in the IT consulting arena. Thank you, sir.
Wonderful. Awesome. Velan, are we ready by any chance? I saw a message that.
Vijay, this is Kumar. Yes, we are ready in a minute or two. People will be getting onto the dais and we'll be able to start immediately.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you very much. Do we have Marasamy? I can see him on the participants list. Marasamy. Kannan Kausalya. Do we have her here? Kannan Kausalya. If not Shanti, is this Shanti? Do we have Shanti here?
Yeah, Vijay, I think she's connecting to the audio.
Oh, all right. Okay, wonderful. I think we have the stage set. We hope we'll have a good time. So, would you want to, Suku? Would you mute us now? I think it's time we get muted, right?
I'll do that, Vijay, now.
Right. And by the way, the chat box is open. We can continue chatting. That'll remain. So you can continue to pass messages, but the line will be muted for the time being. Thank you very much.
Good morning to one and all. Good morning to one and all present here.
Right, okay. First, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Check it.
Good morning to one and all present here.
There is a power in persistent prayer. A day without prayer is a day without blessing, and a life without prayer is a life without birth. So I request everyone to rise for the prayer.
வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை சிறம்பியந்து செய்யமறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
I request everyone for a minute silence for all departed.
Thank you. I invite Mr. Lakshmi Narayanan, sir, Vice President of GCT Alumni Association, to welcome the gathering.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning to all seniors, friends, and students present here, and all my seniors, friends presented on the virtual link provided by our team. It is indeed a great to be back here to the college every time. For some reason or other, and this happens to be a special occasion every year where we are here to celebrate our togetherness. This time, this has been drastically cut down in size due to the prevailing pandemic, and I'm really over to see a lot of my real seniors, or super seniors rather, who have come out in good numbers here. Thank you very much, sir, and I pray and wish you have a long life to be with us in times to come. Thank you very much. This year has been really hard on us, but despite that, we have been carrying on our little efforts in connecting with the colleagues and trying to do something. Of course, Secretary will detail out whatever little activities we could do in this pandemic. Of course, it has taught us a lot of lessons, how we have to orient ourselves, how we have to position ourselves differently to meeting the commitments what we have embarked upon. It's going to be a different life altogether from now on. That is what I personally feel. So we are here to take this challenge, and on behalf of the Alumni Association and also on a personal note, I invite all alumni from all over the world to get connected with us to give a direction and a speed to all our juniors who are probably our kids or even grandkids for that matter. So it becomes our responsibility to guide them. We need to share with them all our learnings, failures, brickbats, bouquets, souvenirs, whatever. We need to share with them so that they have enriched. I'm sure we didn't get this kind of support when we were here in the college. It is a totally a different era wherein resources are abundant. We need to guide them to take the resources and utilize them properly to come out successfully in life. I think that challenge rests on us, and we are here united only for that reason. We are going to leave all our trivial matters aside and get on with the sole objective of supporting the students for their future, for their betterment, and for their career. That is going to be the sole objective of the session. And we have been successfully doing it for the last so many years with the guidance of principal, our president, senior faculty members, and many alumni from all over the world who have been helping us, guiding us in providing support to the student. The support, in the sense, it was originally what was money. We were trying to reach out to them for their economical needs. But in the last few years, the things are taking a new turn, wherein people want money, of course, but more than that, they want soft skill support, which some batches have started offering. And the dimension in which we are trying to offer support to students is changing, has been changing over the last 5 years, if I could say. And this is continuously changing. Now they want our experiences to be shared. I think some efforts have been taken in that direction also. So I request your continued support, and I welcome you all to this Alumni Rally 2021, which will be deeply going into our hearts for various reasons, and more so because we are trying to get assembled here on a very critical situation. And if I will fail in my duty if I don't welcome my dear final year students into the association who are coming into the alumni fold this year. I welcome you all, wish you all the very best, and wish you all success and health in all your endeavors. And we look forward to seeing you in the top, news headlines from now on. So wish you all the best, and I welcome you all in this gathering, and look forward to your support in the years to come. Thank you very much.
Thank you for visiting, sir. Once again, welcome to all in person and remote participants. Now, I request Dr. V. Prasanamurthy, sir, Secretary of GCTAA Alumni Association, to initiate and present the annual report.
Respected Principal of Government College of Technology, Dr. P. Tamari Madam, also an alumna of GCT. Due to personal reasons, Madam is unable to attend this function, and she has conveyed her felicitations and best wishes for the successful organization of this function today. Respected and beloved seniors, juniors, and fellow alumni of this great association. Dear President of this association, Anwar Pasha sir, the pillar Vice President, Lakshmi Narayan sir, my beloved Joint Secretary, Dr. Lamati, whose immense support has not only made this function today a grand event, but also all the events throughout the year we have been rocking because of the pleasant office bearers of our association and all the alumni members spread across the globe. Whenever we take forward an initiative, it is your overwhelming support and blessings of seniors which we are able to move gradually ahead. As pointed out by our Vice President, this year we were affected very severely by this pandemic, and almost all the activities came to a halt in March. But again, from the motivation of many batches, through phone calls, through emails, through messages, through short texts, and with the support of dynamic youngsters, we started certain activities for the benefit of students, and we have been able to really do very well. Now, I'll present the annual report, which will brief what we did in this year. The activities for the year 2021 by the GCT Alumni Association. The previous annual general body meeting was held on the 16th of February at 9:30 a.m. in the Rajalakshmi Auditorium of the GCT Alumni Center, and the account statement for the year 1920 was presented by the Secretary, GCTAA, and after a detailed discussion, it was approved by the general body. Today, we are not in the Rajalakshmi Auditorium, but we are in the Production Department Seminar Hall for this annual general body meeting due to the fact that our Alumni Center has been given to the government, state government, to use it as a COVID triad center. In that way, we have been supportful not only to the state, but also to the country. Thank you all the alumni. The alumni rally, during the alumni rally, the chief guest was Engineer K. Govindarajan, who graced the occasion spontaneously due to the absence of the fixed chief guest, Engineer S.R. Badmanavan, due to, again, personal reasons, he was not able to make it, and Engineer Govindarajan graced the occasion. The same day, we had the beginning of a year-long celebration commemorating the 75 years of GCT service in the field of science and technology. As a part of a larger initiative of enhancing alumni-student interaction, a career workshop event was conducted on the same day by the alumni belonging to the batches of 1996 and 1998, supported by various batches spreading across decades. The workshop was well received by the student community. Akash Pawan, class of 2020 Mechanical Engineering Department, and also the vice captain of the Baja team, shared his team's achievement in the alumni portal, which was well taken by all the students. In 2020, an alumni interview was done by the Student General Council titled From GCT to IMB by Anand Gunasilan, a batch of 2011 ECE. In March, as said, all the activities of GCTAA came to a sudden halt due to the pandemic COVID. Again, with the enthusiastic support of students, Tamil Malamati of second year EEE, Nag Pradeep of second year EEE, Ratish Prabhakar of third year IT, and Anand Kumar of third year Mechanical, and also the president of Vice Club of GCT, along with dynamic alumni like Pradeep Varman of 2008 batch, Lakshmi Narayanan of 2005 batch. With the sincere support of our patron, we were all able to take it ahead, again with the support of all the office bearers and the alumni. We launched the Great Conversations and Talks on behalf of GCTAA, a series of presentations by various alumni on a variety of topics to the GCT students, and following are the details of the events organized by us. The first one was done on 26th of May, titled Artificial Intelligence, the World of Prediction Machines by Lakshmi Narayanan of 2005 batch. Next was by Mujibur Rahman of 1995 batch, titled Personal to Professional Excellence. It was done on 30th of May. Again, Skills of Tomorrow, Navigating the Artificial Intelligence World by Raghuram Tanumalayan of 2003 Computer Science on the 6th of June. Followed by Mr. Gopalakrishnan of Mechanical Engineering 2001 on 13th June, titled Basics of Intellectual Property, focusing on patents. Again, we had a session on Doctorate in Management at top B schools in India on the 20th of June by Mr. Vishnu Prasad of IBT 2015. Vijay Ratnam, Mechanical Engineering 2000, came with the topic, Find the Right Mentor, It Can Change Your Life, on 27th June 2020. This was followed by a talk by Ms. Vidya Krishnasamy, ECE 1988 batch, Women in Technology, Right Time to Rule, on the 4th July. Smart Way of Accessing the Job Market was held on the 11th July by Mr. Dinesh Hari Prabhu, an alumnus of EEE 2012. How to stand out and importance of soft skills for career success was done by Mr. Suresh Shankar of 1995 ECE on 25th July. Deep Learning, an introduction, was delivered by Chandra and Venkateshan of MEVLSI 2017 batch on the 8th August. How to be more productive by Vijay Thomas Francis, CSE 1994 on 5th September. E-commerce 101, building a career in e-commerce on 12th September by Subbu Palniappan of Mechanical 1999. And blockchain introduction 26th September by Kishore Sheshagiri of ECE 1999. My own batchmate, Ms. Niranjana Balasundaram, CSE 1995, delivered a talk on keep flowing to more life skills on 31st October 2020. And again, creating and working in a safe place, a safe workplace on the 9th of January, targeting all the women students of GCT. Stay Hungry, Stay Foolish on 23rd January by Kanishka Russell, an IT graduate of 2013 batch. So these are all the various events which we organized for the benefit of the students and also for all the alumni and the society of the world. The Platinum Jubilee commemoration was held on 9th July through online mode. The function was organized in the seminar hall of GCT Alumni Center. The celebration was inaugurated by Engineer Ponnuswamy, an alumnus of our first batch of GCT 1949. It was done through online from Chennai, and the celebration plaque was opened in the hall by our respected principal, Tamare Madam, in the presence of our President Anwar Basha sir, Vice President Lakshmi Narayan sir. Executive members available were Mr. Prasad, 1968, Vasanti Angel in 1994, Rati 2000, Engineer Sukumar 1998, and hundreds of alumni members who made their presence online. The 1970 batch, followed by their Golden Jubilee reunion celebrated in February 2020, made a very generous contribution to GCT. They contributed an amount of 8,40,000 towards R&D activities to be initiated at GCT, which includes a personal contribution of rupees 5 lakh by Mr. X. Duraraj, Chairman Power Gears India, and rupees 2,30,000 by Mr. S.K. Mahadevan of the same batch 1970, and contributions from various members of their batch. The 1981 batch is supporting the entire education expenses of 4 students from first year to final year. Mr. C. Duraiswamy, MD, Green Microelectronics India Private Limited, Coimbatore of this batch, has sponsored PLCs and electronic devices to GCT worth almost rupees 4 lakh. And they're also supporting the students in technical front, signing MOU with GCT, which is active till the 14th August of 2021. The 1983 batch, spearheaded by our beloved alumna and former principal of GCE Salem, Dr. Vimla Roslin Madam, has organized a series of events. Execution of water supply schemes, a case study on 15th July for benefit of 124 civil engineering students, delivered by Engineer S. Sasidharan, Joint Chief Engineer, TWAD Board, Chennai, retired. It was followed by the basics of power plant operations, online training from 6th July to 10th July. It was for the benefit of mechanical engineering students, delivered by Engineer Muhammad Sultan, CEO, Chennai Power and Desalination Training Institute, Chennai. From 6th to 10th of July, 260 civil engineering students participated in the topic Surveying with Total Station, delivered by Dr. J. Shankar, Consulting Engineer and Valuer, Salem. Teach to Influence was organized by them from 11 July, 18 July and 25th July. And this was for motivating the faculty members. 101 faculty of GCT participated in this, delivered by Mr. M. Manoharan, Senior GM and Global Head, Sales and Leadership Development, Manufacturing Utilities, TCS, Chennai. Turning Point, Career Opportunities for Civil Engineers, was organized from 3rd August to 7th August. The beneficiaries were civil engineering students. 206 students participated. Mr. S. Ramalingam, Chartered Engineer, RV Associates, Salem, delivered the talks. Mr. Soundarajan, a very active alumni of the 1983 batch, also the Product Development Engineer, Australia, selected 6 EEE students of UG, Electronics and Electrical and Electronics Engineering, and PG students from Power Electronics and Drives, and they are exhaustively trained on various technologies related to drives. And during this Corona lockdown period, they completed a simulation process and the project is going on. The WAVI, our web portal, organized a training last year, and for myself and Sendilvaran, fortunately, were able to attend the session. Sendilvaran was able to complete the entire course. He is Mr. Sendilvaran, and I was able to attend only 2 classes. As an outcome of that course, he came out with a very strong and very intelligent and an active idea, which has now made this program today success. The entire event today is organized by the GSAT team, and he was the key person initiating the GSAT team. I will leave it to Sendilvaran to elaborate on GSAT, sir. I take this opportunity to welcome Dr. Shanti Madam. She is the principal in charge today, and also an alumni of GCT. I also extend a very hearty welcome to former secretaries of this alumni association, Dr. Meenambal Madam and Dr. Jay sir. The GSAT was launched on 2nd October. It is an initiative of Engineer Sendilvaran Nadarajan of 1998 batch and Engineer P. Sukumar of the 1998 batch. It was started with the objectives to build a strong alumni database on an ongoing basis, strengthening relationships across institutions, students, and alumni, manage engagement activities and support programs like what they have done today, and brand the institution across the globe with the support of alumni. Dr. Nilamati, Joint Secretary 1999 batch, is the faculty in charge along with Mr. Pradesh Murthy, PG alumnus of 2011 batch. He's available here. He's an assistant professor in mechanical engineering department. They two are the faculty in charge for them, supporting them. This active team comprises Ms. Vidya of 1992 batch, who introduced WAVI to us, and because of her initiative, we have the very strong portal today. Ms. Meenakshi of 1998 batch, who's always dynamic, organizing so many mock interviews and programs for the students' benefit. Shanti, 1998 batch, who's the better half of Mr. Sukumar, and she also is the better half for our institution, supporting all the activities along with that team. Mr. Vijay of 2002 batch, Mr. Surya of 2002 batch, Pradeep Varman 2008, Gautam 2014, and Lakshmi Narayanan 2005 batch. All this young team have been initiating and supporting this, and it is being held very strongly by all the alumni members of our association. The orientation for the first year students was held during 4/11/2020 to 17/11/2020, and on behalf of our association, the office bearers interacted with the freshers and also highlighted the activities of the association, and the GSAC members also had a very brief interaction with them. Thiru G.D. Naidu, the founder of the Arthur Hope College of Technology, had opened endowment funds to the benefit of GCT long back, and we are receiving the interest even now every year. And one such fund, an amount of rupees 1,89,431 was received this year on the 23rd of December, and it is being distributed as scholarship to 38 students. From the Alumni Association, the top 2 students of the 2019-2020 academic year from each branch was selected, and 75 students were reimbursed their college fees totaling rupees 4,26,125 for the academic year this year, 2020-2021. The 1996 batch alumni has already sponsored, and the work is going on, and it is nearing completion. They are renovating the college basketball court with a fencing and also lighting. Next, because of Corona, it got delayed. And next time when we come, you can see an international level basketball court in our campus. They're also doing the construction of a waiting hall in front of Manimuttaru Illam, which is nearing completion. 258 students have been allotted rupees 5,000 scholarship this year in spite of this pandemic, and this has been done from the funds available with us. I take this occasion also to thank certain alumni, I may not be able to mention all of them. Shravanti of 2006 batch, Vani 1998 batch, Mr. Ravi 1981 batch, Shanti 1996 batch, Sandhya 1996 batch. All these people have been then and there calling and following what all is happening here, and because of their support and the support of all the alumni, we are able to tread fast like a perennial river. We are flowing on and on with grace. I also wish to thank our former principal of GCT, Dr. Lakshmi Prabha Madam, who had called me and contributed rupees 50,000 last month for the scholarship. So with this, I come to the end of the annual report of the Alumni Association for this year. If at all any discussion is required, it is open now. Good, sir, good, sir. For report, I must make anything. Okay, now I shall present the statement of accounts for the period 1/4/2020 to the 15th of February. I'll ask them.
It's already shared in the.
Yeah, okay, but you give them what? It is also on the display screen. The statement of accounts is presented. We had an opening balance of 28,22,827. The donation received from alumni is given 22,24,850. Life membership received from the full-time students, the part-time accumulated as 8,17,000. Interest from the various deposits we have in State Bank of India, GCT Coimbatore, 8,38,171. The amount spent for placement and career development, the amount received from the 2002 batch for placement and career development is 25,000. Tax refund we got from the IT department, 1,520,000. So that totals to 68,28,369. On the expenses or the payment side, we have spent 1,628 rupees for our GCT canteen, NRSC. Salary and remuneration to the staff working at GCT Alumni Association, 1,99,320. The total scholarship given, 13,86,519. Bank charges, 1,091. EB charges, 45,480. Expenses towards placement and career development, 2,62,500. This also includes a payment for one Mr. Sarvana Kumar, completely sponsored by the 2002 batches for the development of placement activities inside the campus, supporting the placement officer. Fixed deposit, we have 9,40,000. Computer printer and service, 1,322. Alumni other expenses, 19,600. Platinum Jubilee celebration, tree planting, the granite plate and Zoom meeting, 32,770. Items procured for COVID precaution, including the disinfectants and sanitizers, 1,064. Maintenance and pipeline work at the alumni building, 64,310. Camera service with iLink Technologies, 3,540. And with the balance, it is balanced as total 68,28,369. So this is submitted for your approval of the AGM. Yes. Both sides. On the second side, we have the balance sheet. On the second side, we have the balance sheet. You can kindly go through it. The fixed assets, it is the net worth is the valuation of our alumni center with the depreciation it has been given. The current assets, loans and advances is given on the right hand side with the cash and bank balances accumulating to 3 crore 11,77,622. On the left hand side liabilities, we have the corpus fund, which includes the value of the building too. And excess of income, we have an amount available for the scholarship this year. That is given as minus 9,05,000. And earnest money deposit, it is balanced as 3 crores 11,77,622. The balance sheet is presented to the annual general body for approval. Any queries? We can answer it. Thank you. It is taken as approved. Yes, sir. So one copy of this will be circulated for your signature. Our Alumni Association staff, Jocelyn, will circulate it. Kindly attest the copy, please. Yes, sir.
One of the things I want to recommend is make sure next time when we upload it, when you present the balance sheet and accounts, it's being done in the right format. And we also would pay an auditor and have it all reviewed and audited because the numbers are substantial enough. So it is extremely important that our association maintains fiduciary responsibility. The large amount of money involved. So let us go ahead and get the approval of this board to appoint and seek the services of our audit house going forward. And the audit report should have the auditor sign there, and the format is also not as conventionally used. So may I recommend that we done so.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Sir, sir, on the balance sheet, the left-hand side bottom, you have the name of Mr. Shekhar. He is our auditor for the association. His membership number is 024042. He is supporting us, sir. We'll submit your recommendations to him and get clarified what are the perfect norms.
Thank you. No, the format is actually when you have a mix of these things, they should all come under different things. I don't want to get into details of the accounting norms, but the second sheet is not. For custody, it should actually have details. But the first thing is remove the set. No one wants to worry about 00. Too many zeros at it. So no one worries about it. Even Government of India does not want 10 rupee accounts now.
Okay, okay, sir. We'll note it down.
Let us round it off and then go to that. So it is. So there are a lot of these little things that need to be addressed. particularly when we report it in the website, no one is going to look at it with the lens to see whether it's a comma or a period. You understand?
Yes, I get your point.
Things like that. There are quite a few of
Yes,
them.
yes.
And let's make it so.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable suggestion, sir. We'll definitely communicate it to our auditor and ensure that it is get done. Sir. Any other query, please? Yes, sir, please.
Rao, 1961 batch, Alumni. I want to know what types of incomes are generated from the GCT Alumni block here, in terms of renting it out, leasing it out for period and things like that, so that that can develop a substantial income for the Alumni Association. Nearly about 1.3 crores have been invested there. That is shown as a liability on the side of the soul. But it must generate its own income to support it. In fact, the maintenance about 60 or 70 which expect it should support itself. It should not come from the other incomes like interest. Only from the interest on the alumni block. That is the income from the alumni block must be generated substantial. Otherwise, it is going to go waste. And every year, we have to spend a lot of money on maintenance. That can be avoided if this can be made active as a part of the alumni. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. So, I request our beloved President Anwar Basha sir to answer this question.
Actually, we have been discussing on this building out this alumni center so many times in the executive meeting and all these years. But bylaws and the rules governing the technology, we cannot give it on rent for alumni purposes. So that it generates a lot of revenue. So even the 25,000 rupees, many people are asking for it. And one thing is whether it will have an effect on the discipline of the college. That is why we did not want that to happen. So we are limiting only for the alumni activities. We are giving it free to the college for the conducting of the and alumni for the annual or whatever the silver, the golden. That action is okay. And we are getting enough funds from the alumni, almost 30 lakhs every year. We are able to give substantially to the students scholarships, 5,000 rupees each. Sometimes some students are financed for the entire amount of the year, about 30,000 rupees per year. And apart from that, they are getting money. So, in fact, we could not even spend the amount that we have received last year. So that's why we have to get the startup and reserve fund, something like that. So we don't need startup generating the funds through printing of the alumni center. That will be a part of our problem. If the college is agreeable, the court of government, Dr. Anand is here as a chairman, they can find out some solution for this without infringing on the discipline of the college. Then we can definitely give it up.
Thank you, sir. So, any other queries, please? So, during the discussion, speaking about sir was not proper. So, I would like to inform this AGM that Dr. Anand sir is the key person in making the policies at GCT. Sir is the chairman of the board of governors of GCT. Chairman, BOG, GCT, board of governors, GCT. And sir has been very supportive, and the steps we take as an institution ahead is all because of the support of the board of governors and the chairman. Thank you, sir. And one more important thing, I don't know whether I am permitted to say. There is an honorarium for attending the meeting, and all this honorarium is being given to the GCT Alumni Association And with the support of sir, we have been sponsoring so many students' project. Thank you, sir. So with this, we come to the end of submission of accounts. The account statement is being circulated. Definitely, we'll take the points given by our respected Chairman BOG, and we will take it forward to the auditor and get it corrected. We have 2 more resolutions to be passed. The term of office bearers ends this year, but due to the pandemic last year, and also due to an officiating member for the elections, we are not able to hold the elections this year. And now we have Miramal Madam also here to support us. So we need the permission of the AGM to pass this resolution to continue the present office bearers and the executive committee for 1 more year till the February 2022. Thank you. Can we have it accepted? As the resolution is accepted, thank you. Yes, sure. So that is a question from online, and Mr. Suma is raising it on their behalf.
No, Arlanandan, sir, you have raised your hand. Could you probably ask the question? Janagram, sir, you could also ask a question.
Good morning to all of you people present. I think you have asked me to speak something. Now, first thing that I would like to say is to congratulate all of you people who have taken these efforts in spite of all odds. Bhartrihari has said that successful people are those who overcome wave after wave of obstacles and reach their objective. You people have done that, and my congratulations to you. The COVID, the Wuhan virus, has been a bane for us. It's a dark cloud. But the silver lining you have all found out is the Zoom meeting, which has enabled us to all meet in spite of it, even though we would like to meet in person. But let us make the best out of whatever the circumstances. You look at in another way, we are able to have people from all over the world participating with us. For example, we had Gautam from Italy participating. That's a good thing. The second thing is that the work done by the Alumni Association is like a lamp inside a pot. Kudathil vaitha kuttu vilakku. Now, our Prime Minister in one of his Mann Ki Baat lectures had mentioned about the good work done by the IIT Madras Alumni Association. I also had occasion to attend the Alumni Association meeting of the BMS College of Engineering, Bangalore, which is the topmost private institutions here. I can tell you from personal experience that the work done by GCTAA Alumni Association is far superior to any of those things. But unfortunately, it is not known to the outside world. I wish this could be exhibited and not kept modest. Let us not be modest in not telling this outside. The other thing that I can do is to say that a lot of activities have been listed by the Joint Secretary. I also had occasion to listen to some of these Zoom meetings on YouTube, some of them live, some of them recorded. But I'm surprised to see that some of the meetings, the attendance used to be in single digits. There was one lecture by a lady on sexual harassment and protection at workplaces. With such a large number of ladies studying in GCT, I thought there would be hundreds of people who are participating. And unfortunately, I'm sad to say this, there is only one person at one point of time. And if myself is counted as one of the participants because I was listening in, that means there is nobody. There should be some motivation observation. I wish my observation is wrong and the facts are otherwise. Now, the other thing is you are doing a lot of work that you are doing. This creates energy. The employability of the graduates coming out is improved by this. So I would like to have this motivation for participation in all these wonderful programs. And there is one more thing that I would like to say, which I have reiterated earlier also, that we can get a lot of contribution from foreign people, but how to get over the foreign exchange control regulations, etc., and the problems of that, we should like to get our own alumni who are in the government of India in various departments to help us, so that let us not be afraid of the obstacles of the FCRA and miss out on that, because the person, many of the people that I've spoken to from America, they said they would have no difficulty in spending, say, $100, which would be equivalent to a scholarship for one student. Well, with these words, I don't want to take any more of your time. Rajgopal is wanting to speak. I would leave the field for him. And let me finish by saying, congratulations, please keep it up. And you have done a good work in spite of all the obstacles. Bye. Rajagopal is raising his hand. I would like to know what he wants to say. Thank you.
That was our beloved alumnus, Janagiraman sir of 1954 batch.
Mr. Rajagopal is raising his hands a number of times. I think it should be, please see what he wants. Unmute him.
I'm trying.
Sumar is trying to get the connection of Rajgopal sir of 1961 batch. Okay, Sumar, we'll go ahead and once they join, we can connect them. So we have.
He's there. I'm not able to.
Oh, sir is there. You are not able to get him. Once you get him, we will continue. So thanks for the comments and blessings, Janagiraman sir. The events we organize, we expect the students to actively join, and because of the online classes, in between there was a small hindrance, so we held the program for some time. And again, now it is enthusiastically supported by the students, and also it is organized by them. We are just holding them or embracing them from outside. Thank you, sir. And there is one more resolution. One of our beloved and active members of the executive committee, Ramamurthy sir, passed away the year before, and that position is held vacant for some time. So we request the permission of the AGM to permit and have Mr. Sendil Velan of the 1998 batch as the executive member for this year from 2021 to 2022. Sendil Velan is here. Can you please stand up? So we request the permission of the AGM to have him as an executive member for 1 year. Can we have the resolution passed, please? Thank you, and congratulations and welcome Mr. Sendil to our association. Already he is playing a very active role, and we look forward for much more support and a dynamic role here in our association for the next year. Thank you. So with this, we come to the end of the annual general body meeting. The function will continue again. So if we are able to connect
Anurbai, I was just referring to one point of Mr. Janagiraman. He mentioned about FCRA contributions. I have FCRA in two of my activities. One is my college in Srirangam, Srimad Andavan Arts and Science College, of which I am the chairman. It is run by a trust. That trust has permission from the Ministry of Home Affairs to receive donations for education and general charitable purpose. Another is I am also the managing trustee of Volunteer Services, which receives funds from USAID, Bill Gates Foundation, etc., etc. The critical issue, as I understand, is that FCRA approvals are required if we are going to get money from a trust or an NGO from abroad. This point was the law about 10 years ago. I don't know the latest position, that has to be checked up. But if an individual is contributing, say Anwar Bacha residing in the United States is contributing, I think he is permitted to contribute straight to your GCT Alumni Association. Since you are having your accounts in State Bank of India, you can also verify with the local CGM or GM or whoever is there. But if you are getting money from a foundation, trusts are called foundations in US, then FCRA approval from Ministry of Home Affairs is absolutely essential. Perhaps your auditor can fill in on this. I'll also check up with my colleague and come back to you on this. Send a mail to Mr. Anwar Bachchan. Thank you very much. God bless you all. As long as Sriman Narayana allows me to stay in this planet, my contribution, my wife's contribution will continue. Thank you and goodbye.
Thank you, sir. அறியாமை என்னும் இருளகற்ற அறிவொளியை ஏற்றிடுது. வன்முறை என்னும் இருளகற்ற அன்பொழியை ஏற்றிடுது. இந்நிகழ்ச்சி இறுதி தொடர இன்ப ஒளியாம் விளக்கொளியை ஏற்றிடுவோம்.
I invite our honorable dignitaries to light the glory and lit the fire in us.
Thank you, everyone.
Very much.
சரி, okay, sir. I invite Dr. Anand, Chairman, Board of Governors of GCT, to address the gathering.
Good morning, President Anusha, Vice President, Brother Shekhar, Secretary, and all the members of our GCTAA association. Really happy to see you in this new format. So I don't have much to add today, but I do want to have a couple of important points and probably a reminder. The first thing I would like to do is to initiate or complete a commitment that I made to the Vice President, my brother Lakshmi. Oh no, he is Lakshmi Narayanan, but he is Lakshmi or Lux to me, so sorry. So it's always difficult for me to get the whole thing out. So a while ago, I made a commitment that I would do certain things, and I'm going to complete that part now. Vice President, with the permission of the President, may I ask the Vice President to receive the check from me? So that is a part of commitment. That's my personal commitment I made. 2 years ago, I also made another commitment in association with 75 years Platinum Jubilee celebration. That got started, but kind of stalled. So we would like to deliver another 35 lakhs. That was the target I set for myself, and I almost achieved it. And then just like rest of the things, it came to a screeching halt. We are going to revive it. And before next year, let me see whether I can do that commitment. So that is the number two. That is the financial part. The third thing is the pleasant task of saying thanks. Yes, I had the privilege and the pleasure of serving as the Board of Governors for this institution the last 2 years. I was appointed by the government of Tamil Nadu to serve for 3 years. And pretty much I'm done spending about 11 crores of rupees. The purpose of this is the third installation of TechWhip. This is funded by Government of India, not the state government. And its purpose is to not support the running of the institution. The purpose is to increase or make this a center of excellence. It's not just sustaining, it is not meant for paying salaries, etc., but to improve the quality. And thanks to that, we are able to do certain phenomenal things that are not otherwise possible with the regular funding of the government of Tamil Nadu. We were able to procure exotic and quite expensive equipment to support research, and in certain cases to support or enhance our operations to keep in par with rest of the private institutions. So I'm really happy to be part of that. I should also point out that the people who serve in that board are not only faculty, but they are also alumni of this association. Primarily, our principal, Dr. Thamrai, is also a GCT alumni. So alumni, and it's unfortunate that she's not here now, but I also want to remind you and also ask the President and the Vice President to make sure that when she steps down this year, we would like to celebrate and thank her. And I want the Alumni Association to organize a nice farewell party before she leaves. So this is my formal request. So I want to announce this in AGM. So Dr. Tamre was one. Then we also have the service of Dr. Ramesh, who sits in NIIT, senior professor there. And throughout the pandemic, I used to be here for the meeting, and Dr. Ramesh, despite his commitment, would join me to run the meeting. And he has been a pillar of strength, and he had really helped us change pedagogy in the times of COVID from a traditional college. GCT today would be able to do online education throughout. It connected with all its students and kept them going, and the faculty were able to raise and deliver lectures, prepare lectures and deliver lectures online. It wasn't possible when they started it, but then throughout we were able to do that. We improved and changed and added infrastructure to do that. We are not in par with Harvards and Stanfords of the university, but we are getting there. But I'm really, really happy that we are better than some of the private colleges that are around. And the faculty were very busy. They did their part. Though there were no regular colleges, they pitched in and kept the students engaged. And all of this is possible by the dedicated faculty that we have. So GCT continues to be one of the fortunate institutions where we have committed members. So in this opportunity, I want to take this opportunity to thank them and remind them that we are fortunate, and I want to highlight their efforts in this trying times. Again, I again take this opportunity to thank you all who have contributed generously in time and material. And I also want to implore to you to continue to support our effort so that we can actually improve our standing. One unfortunate thing is, while we are doing well, while we are running, other institutions are trying to fly. So we cannot take solace in the sense that we are doing well. There is so much to do. Every time we have a proposal, if we have 1 rupee, there are 10 rupees waiting, there is 10 rupee commitment. There are a lot of things that the institution needs. A small trip around the campus would show you that we could do a lot more. Yes, we have made progress, but as I said, the world is moving faster. And if we ought to stay on top, we have to do more. May I take this opportunity to request all those people who are here and listening to this online to please pitch in and motivate your team members and your batchmates to help us make what make GCT is all about. A phenomenal college helping the society. Thank you.
Thank you.
மடிந்து போகும் வரை மறந்து போக மாட்டோம். விழித்திருப்போம், விலகி இருப்போம், வீட்டில் இருப்போம், எங்கிருந்தாலும் GCTயோடு ஒட்டியே இருப்போம். அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். A warm welcome to everyone for this happy occasion, GCT Annual Alumni Meet 2021.
I request our principal in charge, Shanti ma'am, to honor our 1961 Platinum Diamond Jubilee.
Just a minute.
I invite Srinabar ma'am.
Please. So just before distributing the mementos for the 1961 batch, I just wanted to convey information. Last year, the 1960 batch celebrated the Golden Jubilee, Diamond Jubilee here, and we honored them. They also honored some of the members executive committee members and secretary. So at that time, Dr. Meena Pal was the secretary for the longest period, I think 2000 to 2016. Yes, she holds the record for the longest tenure in the GCT Alumni Association. Probably I come second from 2008 to 2021, another 13 years of presidentship in the probably next year you will try to change. So whatever it is. So Mr. Subar, who organized that honoring the office bearers, he was waiting for her to come last year. She did not. I think she was in Ethiopia or somewhere, so she could not come for the. So he has kept that memento all along, and he was to come personally here today and presented that to her. But unfortunately, because of his health, because he cannot walk, there is some problem with his knee, so he's held up. So he telephoned to me, said, please, and his son came bringing that memento. So I just want to present it on to Dr. Meenambar. On top of the 1960 batch. Thank you.
I invite our principal in charge, Shanti ma'am, to moderate. Call upon Arunachal sir to receive the memento. Ena Kagazam sir.
சார் அப்படி இல்லைங்க சார், இருங்க அங்கேயே இருக்கு. So one go photo எடுத்து.
Right.
Good morning, sir.
Anwar Basha sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
So go ahead, sir. All the best.
Leaders don't create followers, they create more leaders. I invite our respected president of GCT Alumni Association, Engineer A.K. Anwar Pasha sir, to address the gathering.
Respected Professor Dr. Shanti, Chief Guest of today's function, Engineer Arnachalam. Arnachalam. He is from my batch, 1961, so mechanical. So, and other office bearers of this association, Vice President Lakshmi Narayanan, Secretary Dr. Prasanamurthy, Joint Secretary Dr. Elamati, and the past Secretary of the GCT Alumni Secretaries, Dr. Meenambar, Dr. Jayadev, and other alumni members, and especially those who are joining online. My senior most, Mr. Janagaraman from Bangalore, and my classmate from Chennai, Mr. Rajagopal, and others who have joined this online. So welcome to you all for this annual rally and honoring of the Diamond Jubilee student functions. So I'm really thankful for organizing this because I thought we may not have this sort of a function at all for this year because of the pandemic, but somehow we decided to have it in-house meeting, and with all that we have been a fairly good response from the alumni, even though not to our expectation, because we wanted to have it truncated. So that's why we are having this. We just started, we thought of conducting this Platinum Jubilee of the GCT Alumni Association, college, which was started in 1945 on a grand scale. So we had planned a big celebration, big program. Even to 2019, we had our logo, mascot, Phantom Myth. So that's how we introduced that. Then last year, 2020, it was kickstarted by the first alumnus of the College of College Technology, Dr. Panusamy from Chennai. So, and we were thinking that we will have a lot of events, including an exhibition, sports, and other cultural activities, and so on. But all this, because of the pandemic, we could not continue any of that. So the whole thing was kept in limbo. And even on the 9th July, the founding day of the college, we could not have an in-house. We just have an online inauguration, celebration of the Platinum Jubilee Day. Many from online, nearly 300 attended online from YouTube and Zoom. But thanks to Mr. Sugumar and Senthil for all the that we had a good success. So this way, this year also, this year has since happened. We could not really conduct it and have the valedictory function on a grand scale. We hope when the situation improves, at least after 1 year or so, we'll have a grand reunion of the people, and then continue. We will have this Grand Platinum Jubilee celebration, we have an event to be postponed, and we will celebrate at a later date. That is our main planning. So with that, and as far as the Diamond Jubilee celebration of our 1961 batch is concerned, and 4 of us have come personally. One is mine as being the president of the association. I am very glad that I am able to welcome all of my classmates for this grand event, a lifetime remembrance of the things we all entered this college in 1957. That was only 120 students those days. And my seniors were only 75 and later on 90. So that was the strength of this college those days. And along with that, so first 2 years we used to have a combined syllabus. We all studied civil engineering, mechanical and electrical the first 2 years. And only in the 3rd year we branched off to the 3 branches which was available those days here. And then some of our classmates, a few of them were admitted, migrated to College of Engineering Guindy for their mining engineering that was offered in College of Engineering only. And this was going on. And even 3rd year, we had a common syllabus. The mathematics was common to all of us. And we had our own workshop, lathe and molding and the other things. And even the final year students, civil students, we were given the option by the then principal to go and work on the lathe. That's how we had all the, so whenever we have that, we can just encroach upon the electrical engineering and mechanical engineering, say such as things. So which the present generation of students may not be able to have that. That was the type of education we had. So, and we remember our whole life was confined to the workshop buildings. Now the workshop buildings, the this geotechnical lab was the A hall. That was the drawing hall, come auditorium. Whenever the principal's office was just by the near that. So whenever there used to be a lecture from the visiting VIPs, we used to assemble there and listen to them. So one of that was Mr. Dr. A.L. Mudaliyar of the renowned and the legendary Vice Chancellor of the University of Madras, who was Vice Chancellor for 27 years continuously from 1942 to 1969. So nobody could force him to accept a thing which he thought he could not. So just for your information, when Mr. Subramanian was Education Minister in the 1950s, he wanted to introduce a GCAM, college graduate of the College of Integrated Medicines, integrating the allopathy, Unani, Ayurvedic, and Siddha. And that was the college at Kilpapa started as a good college, but Dr. Lakshmana refused to give recognition for that course. The whole thing was there. So Mr. Subramanian tried heaven and earth, but he said no. So finally, the students are also agitating. Finally, he came to a sort of a compromise that GCAM will be given as a sort of a condensed DM and S, diploma in medicine and surgery. Later on, they were given another bridge course to become MBBS, because one of my classmates in the high school was joined there. He used to narrate all the history. That's why I'm able to tell all this now. So that was the sort of independency of these those vice chancellors. That was so finally they could not ease out him. So they brought those days. It was only 2 years as vice chancellorship. They wanted to ease out him. So they brought an amendment saying that no vice chancellor can continue for more than 2 terms with 3 years. So he could have he should have retired by 1968. One more extension of 1 year more because of this 3-year rule, and then he retired from the vice chancellorship in 1969.
That was it. So we all are we have our degree signed by Dr. A.L. Mudlia. We are still proud to have it. We are still having it. I am still having it, that my certificate. So that was the sort of education we had those days. So I don't know how far it was, but later on changing a lot of things. So that is coming to our life in GCT. It was our first 2 years we were in the Forest College campus, along with the students, the staff members who are living in the first 2-3 blocks on the left side. And they were there. The buildings were started in 1957, the main building here and the hostel building. And 1959 September, we moved to the new hostel, what they call the present Vijay Illam. So that was the hostel we moved in for the third year and final year. And the building was also, the main building was declared open by Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, of the then Vice President of the Government of India. That is all good. So we had a very good interaction with all our seniors, juniors, and then ragging was there going on there. But it was, life was still, so we were able to remember the people by name, even the initials. That was the sort of interaction we had. But all that, now maybe it is very difficult for the present staying youngsters, those who are in civil may not even know who are in the IPT or production. That is the sort of thing where too many things, too many students, nearly 500, 600. So for 4 years, 2003, very difficult. So that was it. So with all that, this is just sort of my reminiscence of the thing. So I have my, we were the first to celebrate the silver jubilee of this, our reunion in our batch in 1986. And we had our golden jubilee in 2011. And we also met in 2016 for our 55th year. And this diamond jubilee. Yeah. The third bit, says a small, one of the regular attendees, Mr. Anathachari, he used to keep his blazer, which was purchased in 1957. He used to bring it, wear it and come for the golden jubilee, and also, so that was the thing. It's still I am here, but probably he's in Hyderabad. He could not come all the way from there. So similarly, Mr. Raju Gopal, my classmate who was he's online. So he's also one of the other. So he's a very good philosopher. He has given a lot of help to the association. So nearly he gives about 30 lakhs every year for the scholarship. So that was sort of giving back to the college. So many others also given my classmates and so on the common others. So hope. So with this diamond jubilee, we hope we will continue for some more years. So and out of the 120, we could count only 25 now. So it was 95 in the golden jubilee in 2011, and we are just spot out only 25 living people. Maybe a few more we have missed. We hope some of us will come back for another after 5 hours. 65th year or so, whatever it is. So that is all not in our hand, but that is our expectation. So I thank you all. And by the way, the board of chairman, Mr. Dr. Anand, he presented a check, which he is not here there. He has presented a check for 7 lakhs to the association. He has already given 2 lakhs for the father's name as a corpus fund a few years back. And probably he must be having some more, right? So that is a way of, that is the sort of involvement they are giving. And the youngsters, they are now the finance is not a big problem as far as the association is concerned. We are having enough funds and we are not able to spend it. That is where so how to spend it, that is another problem. So we have our fixed deposit is nearing more than 175 lakhs we have already have. So some more will come, but with all that, that thing that will take care of the students' needs for the next few years. And the youngsters, spearheaded by Mr. Sugumar, Senthil Valan, and their classmates, Mainashir, Shanti, Vijay is much junior, junior is 2002. I don't know how many of you follow the LinkedIn. He has a separate portal for GCT. So I really wonder how he is able to from A to Z. So from women research to economic, I am also following it. Sometimes I comment also on that. But it's really wonderful for that young man to remember all that. I don't know, because with all his tensions and with all his pressing problems in his profession, he's able to spend so much time on this reading, and that is really a wonderful thing. That's what you have to, the younger students have to develop the art of reading and going through the things. So that is one more thing. So I hope the next year the new set of office bearers will take this association's activity to a higher level for the betterment of the college. And this is the, and I also welcome the final year students for enrolled as the life member of the association. This is the in which they are introduced, they are drafted as the life membership during this rally. And we all welcome them for this association. Take care of the, get yourself involved in the association activities. After a few years, you will find it much more useful for you in your later life. And I wish you all a very good, happy future in your career. So with that, I thank you all for honoring our batch in the 1961 Diamond Jubilee. And thank you all. Thanks.
உங்கள் வளரும் நினைவுகளை பகிர்ந்தமைக்கு நன்றி ஐயா. ஒரு டைம் டிராவல் போயிட்டு வந்த மாதிரி இருந்துச்சு சார். சிவில் இன்சிடென்ட்டா இருக்கு, கேட்கும்போது இன்னும் எக்ஸைட்டட். தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச்.
I invite our Honorable Principal in Charge, Ma'am, Dr. C. Shanti, Ma'am, to address the gathering.
Respected Chief Guest, Engineer R. Arunachalam, 1961, Mechanical, retired Director General, the Ministry of Power, New Delhi. Welcome, sir. And I also welcome our engineer Anwar Bacha, the very dynamic person of our Alumni Association. And I also welcome Lakshmi Narayanan, sir, the backbone of our Alumni Association, Prasanna and Dr. P. Lamani, my juniors. On behalf of our principal, Dr. Tamari Madam, I wish every one of you a very good morning. And I just left the GCT on 2018, and I served as Associate Professor in Tanjavur and Professor of ECE in Trichy. And I just joined day before in GCT as Professor of ECE. And I'm not that much experienced person or knowledgeable person, but I wish the 61 batch a very long and healthy, peaceful life. I wish every one of you, your presence itself makes this function a grand success. I wish every one of you should come to this alumni function every year. And on behalf of our principal, I want to share two thoughts, just a basic thought. The first one is the million-dollar question of today, whether we are healthy. This is the basic concept. It is discussed worldwide. Healthy, some 10 years or 20 years back, healthiness is defined by the physical well-being. But today, what the scientists say healthiness is a balance of mental, physical, and emotional well-being. So in this, only 25% is taken care by the food we take, and the activity, how dynamic we are, is taken care by the 25%. But the remaining 75% is taken care by the our mentality and our emotional status. So the 75% comes from how peaceful we are. So this decides the happiness and the health of our human being. So this 75% peacefulness, we get it, how we get along with the truth. So when we are close to the truth and we get this peacefulness, and that is taken care by that peace of mind, and that takes care of our health. So every one of us, we should travel in this life close to the truth. So when we are close, the truth is like a balance. So we cannot say that positive thinking alone can will keep us close to the truth. But there are some negative thoughts. It is a balance. So we have to do the right thing. At the same time, we have to cut out ourselves from the doing wrong things. It is a sharp edge. So how close we are close to the truth, it keeps our well-being. So this is I learned in my life. I'm now 56 years old. I belong to 1986 batch of this GCT. And I want to share, life begins, this is for my youngsters, the life begins when we step out of our comfort zone. So I read it once again, the life begins when we step out of our comfort zone. So for the young alumni, I want to share a little story. So it's a very short story. So this explains how life begins when we step out of our comfort zone. So there was a king, he received 2 magnificent falcons as a gift. Falcon, so in olden days, the kings protect the falcons. So the train bunny even our personal gods for sometimes but that falcons will protect the king. So the falcons are trained such a way, so it is always close to the king. And the Madri, the falcons are trained. So the king, he got 2 falcons from his close friend, and the king gave these 2 falcons to a trainer. So you please train these 2 falcons so that I can use it in my day. In that, after some time, after 1 month of training, the trainer said, Majesty, I'm able to train 1 falcon. It is flying very high. And whereas the other falcon, it is always sitting on the same branch from the very first day of my training. I'm helpless. I cannot train that falcon. And the king, he checked the condition of the healthy condition of the falcon. The falcon is absolutely healthy. But it is not flying. It is always sitting on that branch. So the king was very much worried, and he asked all his ministers, you please find someone who has knowledge on this animals and birds so that he can train this another falcon. And after a month, and the minister came and he said, so the other one is not flying at all. What we can do? Whereas the one is doing good. What we can do. And the king announced, if anybody makes the 2nd falcon fly, I gave a very valuable gift. So a farmer came and he said, Your Majesty, I'll try my best. Okay, the king said, okay, you try this. So the very next day, the minister came and said, Your Majesty, the 2nd falcon is flying so high. The king very much wondered, so how it happened? How this miracle happened? Who made this 2nd falcon to fly? He asked this question. and a poor farmer came. I just did one thing. I just cut the branch of the tree where the falcon is sitting. So here, the concept behind this is, so most of us, almost all of us, we always expect comfort zone. Always expect comfort zone. And we always sit in a comfortable position. And we don't want to come out of this comfortable position. But actually, we want to fly high. And we have to venture out. But we are always seeking for comfort zone. So like this, when we cut the branch means we have to look for the comfort zone, which keeps us down. So this is my small thought I want to share with my juniors. So we have to identify the comfort zone. You cut the branch and definitely you will venture out, you will fly high. I wish the youngers to fly high like the falcons, and I pray all my senior alumni for a very good health, peaceful life, and thank for this opportunity. I want to see you all once again every year. Thank you.
Share your experience, and it was really helpful. Now I invite to release the annual bulletin of 2021.
I speak every year we release a bulletin. It's a printed book. Yeah.
So annual bulletin is released every year. So every year annual bulletin release pannuvom. It's a printed book. So sir is maybe. So please turn it around. Everyone can see. Thank you. Thank you everyone. I invite Principal in Charge, Dr. Shanti Ma'am, to present a memento to our chief guest. I invite Anwar sir to present the memento to Principal in Charge. Thank you, sir. I invite Professor Ravish Murthy sir, Executive Committee member, to introduce our chief guest.
Morning to everyone. It's my great honor to introduce the chief guest of today, engineer Anusha Ravi. He is the mechanical engineer in 1961 batch, MBA, FIE, FIB, He was born in 1938, 1937. His native village is in Salem. He joined Navy Lignite Corporation in 1961. He worked in thermal power station. Then he joined Bharat Heavy Electrical Center in 1978 and participated in power plant commissioning and charging. Having experience in power generation and maintenance, he had the opportunity of working in the National Power Training Institute, the Ministry of Power. He held the position of Director General, visited UK under Colombo Plan for training in power plant operation and maintenance. He visited USA, Canada in 1996, Government of India delegation along with the Chairman Central Electricity Authority and Chairman Central Water Commission. This gave him an opportunity to understand the practice of hydropower operation, thermal power generation, nuclear power generation, transmission and distribution in those countries. He retired from government service in 1996 and then he worked as consultant for the USA Power Company PSBG after 2003, and now he is spending his retired life in spiritual activities and doing renovation of ancient Hindu temples. I welcome you, sir. And my special request to Arunachalam, sir. I know this Power Training Institute is a very great institution which trains students or the graduates about the operation of power plants, and it is a very great job opportunity. So I request Arunachalam sir to explain how to get into that training center and what is the cost involved in it and what is the job opportunity available also. Thank you, sir.
Annual bulletin release பண்ணது ஆன்லைன்ல portal available இருக்கு. So the soft copy is available in GCT portal. So kindly the remote members can visit it. Now I invite Mr. Arunachalam sir to address the gathering.
Good morning to all of you. This really gives me very great pleasure to be with you this day. Along with Mr. Anwar and Mr. Hanumantrao, I belong to 1961 batch, 1957 to 61. Those days, after 11th standard, there was a course called intermediate, 2 years. Then come to engineering college, 4 years. That time, there were only 6-7 colleges and the annual admission was 900 students per year, 900 students only. So it was considered very prestigious to join an engineering college. That time, students from Malabar and South Kannada were also given admission in GCT here. That was the time. Even in the classroom, we used to sit in the alphabetic order.
Like Anandasayanam, Anandachari, Anwar Raja, Arulanandam, Arunachalam. We used to sit in the first bench. When that comes, you will see the vacant taking attendance. That's the attendance. That time, these hostels were not there. We were staying in the Mars College barracks for 2 years. Old quarters. Then only in 1959, this new building, tower building, built, and the new hostel came. So we were happy to occupy this place and the new hostel. Even we were given single room that time.
Okay, engineering. Huh? Ah, yes. So it was a nice time. So that was the time Mr. Anwar explained the scenario those days. And job opportunities were plenty, of course, but avenues were not much. We never applied for any job that time. The companies or the government will write a letter to the principal and ask those students who are interested in joining. We were on tour somewhere in Mysore and we got the information. I preferred NLC, just gave me name. Then the appointment order came even before writing the examination for all. Whatever they applied, PWD, electricity board, whatever it is, there was no application, no interview, nothing. You got the job. So, அந்த காலத்துல அந்த மாதிரி இருந்தது. நான் வந்து NLC, Naval Lignite Corporationல ஜாயின் பண்ணேன். Power station, power generation, one of the pioneers in South. And that gave me plenty of opportunity in research and development. Then with experience, I joined the Bharat Heavy Electricals and visited a number of places. Wherever BHEL supplied equipment, I was in the commissioning and had many power stations. Then after that, with experience, I joined National Power Training. Is to train graduates, engineering graduates, to operate and maintain power stations, thermal, hydro, gas power station, nuclear, and all that, the training. And the sponsored, the electricity boards, the private companies, power companies used to send the students for the training and they were trained. So there in that power institute, Power Training Institute, I had the opportunity to visit UK under the Colombo plan, visit a number of power stations, and also the delegation, the government of India to US and Canada. That had the opportunity, given me the opportunity to study how the power generation, transmission, distribution is managed in those countries also. We were not much behind, we were much better in that way. And he asked me how to get the admission in the National Power Institute for the graduate course. They will conduct an examination. There will be an advertisement in the papers and there will be advertisement and they have to write the entrance examination, the graduate, postgraduate diploma course. So that will give the opportunity to join a power station directly. There are simulators, 500 megawatts, 600 megawatts simulators are there. It will give an experience as though you are actually working in a power station, that simulator. All the conditions can be created, emergency created, starting, normal starting, hot starting, cold starting. A lot of things are there in the power station. All such training you can have in the simulator itself. That comes under the Ministry of Power. And because of my past experience in the Neyveli Power Station and Bharat Heavy Electricals, I was appointed as the Director General of the Institute and the Ministry of Power. So that again comes under the Ministry of Power and Central Electricity Authority, who are responsible for giving the permission for any power plant to start. So that way, we used to visit all over country the number of power stations when they started and organize them training. That's how that gave me an opportunity. So this I wanted to share with you. Now that lot of students are there, in those days there were no girl students in GCT. There were only 5 students in Gindi Engineering College. And now I understand majority students are girls only here. It has become Girls College of Technology. I'm very happy that the women are equal or more than equal to men. They're doing all the jobs that we can do. Even mechanical branch, girls prefer and work in the workshop. That's a welcome thing. So once again, I thank Mr. Anwar for giving me an opportunity to talk to you. Thank you. Thank you very much. One more thing I want to tell you. Here is my friend Mohan Sundaram. He is our junior GCTN. He is my neighbor and also my relative. He is an admirer of me and who came along with me, accompanying me to come to this place. I thank him also. (1975) batch, 74 batch.
Thank you so much, sir. I request Anusha Ravi to speak.
A very good morning to all of you. I am going to start my sharing of information to you by way of my experience. Not starting from the interview I had with Major Molly, G.R. Damodaran and B.P. Appadurai for selection of the engineering student at that point of time, but in the middle. Now, as of today, I can proudly say what we have read in our intermediate class, minor poems, elegy written in a country churchyard. Fair signs frown me not. Even today, I can very confidently say, today I am an advisor on renewable energy. At the age of 82, I have installed more than nearly about 9,000 megawatts of renewable energy sources. And recently, about a month back, I visited Cochin Airport to see how a lake has been converted to a solar power plant of 452 kilowatts. Lake. The first one I could not see, second one I could see. They have laid a plastic sheet on that foldable solar panels to generate electricity so that the Cochin Airport is self-sufficient in power requirement. And of course, Cochin Airport is maintained by a private agency, not by the Airport Authority of India. They can do it. I don't know what airport they are going to do it. But today what we see, our madam said about the comfort zone. But there is discomfort today in the job market. Fair signs, full money a gem of purest ray serene, born to blush unseen and waste its fragrance in the desert air. This is what is actually happening. And I am pained to see that nearly about 19 or 20% of the graduates only are employable because they lack other skill sets. This I realized as soon as I joined along with Mr. Arunachalam at Neyveli on May 1st of 1961. May 1st was not a holiday at that time. I joined. What's happened was, after 4 years, I realized there is some, what I would call the discomfort zone in the job that I am doing. So I said, I would like to dirty my hands. So please put me in a job to dirty my hands. I know how to do a 33,000 cable joint down below at 6 feet level for about nearly 2.5 to 3 hours. I know how to climb a post, 30-feet post, to sit on the cross arm and see whether there is any induction shock on the line or the insulators are okay. These are necessary things for me. Actually, what you call dirty my hands. I dirty. Then slowly I moved into the power area along with Mr. Arunachalam. I was in the design and cell for the helping the Russians, whether their equipment which is supplied from Technoprom Export and others are okay for the tropical requirement of the country. Made some small changes and other things. We continue. Then I was asked to manage spares contract on gold basis. You won't believe. Russian spare parts to come on gold basis. We won't pay rubles. They will get it in gold. So pricing is on rubles, converted into gold prices at that point of time, and then converted into rupees again so that they can buy dress materials, shoes, and cashew nut. You know, Neyveli is very famous for cashew nut, nearby areas. Cashew nut in bags and bags of cashew nut, they will take it to Russia. You won't believe. I found that managing that type of a contract was a difficult thing. I took 2 years study leave at the age of, after 12 years of experience in 1973. I took 2 years of study leave, sat in the competitive examination, what you call the admission test, CAT, now you call it. At that time, it was called ATGSP, admission test for graduate school of business. Individual schools, only 3 schools were there. I am Ahmedabad, I am Calcutta, not even, only 2, not even the third one. Third one was started by combining these 2 institutes at Bangalore later. So this I took and I got admitted. I stood, I am told by the director of that institute at that point of time, Dr. Ravi Betoy, son of John Mathay, finance minister, that you stood 16th in the national rank. That's why we selected you. At that time, my age was 32. And already I have 3 children. My family was full. 3 children I was. All of them I left at Neyveli and Madras. And then 2 years I completed my postgraduate diploma in business administration, not management. Now only it's management. And then came back, served because I had a gratitude for Neyveli, served for 4 years to introduce new systems. The first one was the combining, as our chairman of the board of governors said, combining technical with finance. Technical finance. Second, I did the reorganization for the Neyveli Lignite Corporation on one condition that after 1.5 years of service, everybody will be eligible for the next post on performance. So I developed performance indicators for each and every department. Each and every department. You know, at that time, about 80,000 people were employed, leave alone the 50,000 casual labor, the 30,000 is a permanent employment. For them, what you have to do, what you can achieve, how you can go in the hierarchy in the ladder. Is what. Then I resigned. I said, time has come. My children have to study like me. So naturally, I came out of Neyveli, and fortunately, I had some well-wisher in the chairman of ICICI, Dr. Wagul, who said, you join me. I joined the Institute for Financial Management and Research as an assistant professor. The first assignment was from Neyveli. I did the social cost, economic cost benefit analysis of Neyveli second thermal power station and second minecart at an investment of 9,700 crores. This was my first job, presented to the KfW, Germany, which is funding that import export, and then it was satisfied. Then the second assignment was, second and third assignment, I would say, were very interesting. Second assignment was Port Foundation of India. You won't believe, I was asked to be an assistant to the Ramnath district collector for developing what you call DPAP district into a full-fledged developed district. Draft prone area program. Ramnath district, you know, there are no rains. But this year we had plenty of rains at Ramnath. So that was the second assignment for Port Foundation Day. The person who gave me was my first professor, Dr. Kamala Chaudhary of Ford Foundation. She said, you are going to be the change agent. That is the first sentence when she addressed us as we entered I am Adaba. Yes, I am the change agent. You won't believe I have trained nearly 3,000 electrical executives into finance. And my achievement is 2 batches of 25 students from Madhya Pradesh Electricity Board. I have trained for 6 months, 24 weeks on condition after an examination at the end of the training, they have to be promoted. And I very proud to say, one of my students has become the Madhya Pradesh Electricity Regulatory Commission member, which I had in Tamil Nadu. I was director costing, director tariff, everywhere, all my students. And today, even today, you can see the budget. You won't believe, his name is Agrawal or Agrawal, I don't remember. There's always a confusion between Agarwal and Agrawal. He is the budget director at Madhya Pradesh State Electricity Board Limited. Now it's a limited company. Third, next assignment was very interesting. Can you, as an engineer, act as a lawyer? Yes, I did it for Airport Authority of India for 4 years continuously. My main job is to enhance the price of landing of international flights at Bombay, Calcutta, Chennai, and Delhi. 15 years, I just spent all the 24 hours, 15 days, I spent my life at Zahar International Airport to check up what actually happens when a foreign aircraft lands or takes off. You won't believe, my first line in the sentence in the report was, Zahar International Airport is a shandy market between 12 and 2:30 in the night. You won't believe, 5 Boeing 747s land and take off at Bombay Zahar International Airport because they are forbidden to take off after 9 o'clock in the eastern sector. So they have to take off before 8:30 and land here somehow 12 to 2:30. For one Boeing 747, nearly 360 passengers, excluding the crew. And 360 passengers, nearly half of them will get down or get out of Bombay. And to receive them, 5 people would come and see the passengers taking off from Bombay to other airports, another 5 people. Total, a passenger is equal to 6 passengers. And the facilities have got to be given. The ICAO, that is International Civil Aviation Organization, economists said, I am not bothered about, just like Anwar said, we have got plenty of money. You provide services and ask for the reason. So I have to do the entire costing exercise and convince the people. With the result, I was able to get in 4 years' time from 35,000 rupees per landing to 85,000 rupees at that point of time. And I said, fine. Next year I asked, I said, no. But now they are asking me, can you come for the new international airport pricing? It is still on paper, but they have already sent feelers to me. I said, let me just take up. The last one I would like to say is for the Ministry of Industry, Associated Cement Works, and Planning Commission Central Government. These 3, they said, you please give us a policy document as to how to license the new cement plants in 1985, 90, 95, 2000, 2005, 2010, 2050. You just see, it's a long-term plan. You give us and say where, in which location I have to give the license. It is called the optimal location of new cement plants in the country. You won't believe, I developed an algorithm with the help of IIT Madras computers. That was the only computer that can take. The other one was with the Meteorological Laboratory and Air India. They said, we cannot release our computers. Dr. Muthukrishnan said, yes, after 9 o'clock in the night, you take it. I developed a mixed integer linear programming problem. You will be now studying it. You won't believe it has got 12,000, more than 12,000 variables and 702 constraints, which will take into account the existing cement plants as well as this. new cement plants that are to be funded. The only constraint the planning commission gave was check with railways whether they can move the cement. That is one constraint. Second, at no location, you cannot, at any location, you cannot exceed a minimum of 4 lakhs and a maximum of 40 lakhs. That is 4 into 1 million tons of cement plant. That is the capacity, because otherwise you will have logistic problem and other things. And no cement plant, new cement plant will supply cement 80 kilometers around its place, only by lorry transport, so that they can take both lorry as well as railway freight to railway logistics together. This, you won't believe, at that time, 1982, 83, if I'm correct, it's only a card insert problem. There's no computer like this. I have to take a pack of cards, insert it, see whether the pack has gone into very correctly into the machine, and then give a run command. It will take 2.5 years. I will take a very long sleep at that time, because nobody else is there excepting my good friend who was in charge of the computer center and myself. So by about 1:30 or 2, the film, the solution will be ready. We will discuss it with the planning commission, rights and ACC, and after 3 days making the changes so that it is a slowly optimizing technique, we said. And when the previous cost and the present cost is less than 2%, we say we have reached optimality. 17 runs I have to do in a period of about nearly 35 days. 17 runs. Then presented to the planning commission, they agreed it total. Of course, in planning commission, not much of mathematics is known, only writing is known. We were able to sell the thing, but fortunately the World Bank took that and referred it to many places. So opportunity or the discomfort is not there in future. You have to be confident. You have to arm yourself with many skill sets. Not just engineering alone is sufficient. In my circle, I am known as 5-in-1, not 2-in-1 or 3-in-1. You know what 2-in-1, 3-in-1 is. I am known as 5-in-1. I am an electrical engineer. I am a business manager. I am an industrial engineer. I am a cost accountant. And lastly, I am an electricity regulator. The new Electricity Act, up to 8th draft, I was also involved in developing a new Electricity Act. And if any of you are interested, I am prepared to share my experience how to reform distribution sector in the whole of India, anywhere. I am prepared to help. But only thing is the government is not willing to do the reforms. That is the biggest problem. Today, the Tamil Nadu government has got about nearly 2 lakhs crores of this. And I am the one, along with some of my colleagues, given a letter in writing to Tamil Nadu government. You please give me one circle to show my case. It can be reformed. I always believe it can be reformed. That is, old order changeth, yielding place to new. Again, Religion and Church. I am very much enamored of that particular thing by Thomas Gray. Fulmini, a gem of purest race, invest its fragrance in the red soil. I am pained. Every time I talk to the young engineers, I am pained. So I don't know what to do. I know people as casual engineers, weekly payment or fortnightly payment, still working today. That should not be. An engineer is a person who spends 65% of the net gross domestic product into creation of assets. Should he not be honored very well? Naturally. So he has to be armed with skills. Don't be diffident that I am only an engineer, I don't have a job. Please arm yourself with other skills. Learn foreign languages, German, Japanese, or technical English, not ordinary English. And you must be able to present your views very clearly, very clearly. Otherwise, you cannot sell yourself. And that is why actually It is a what we call pre-investigative dilemma. I have solved it very, very beautifully. I have done more than 32 assignments in my life from 1979 to 1999, probably about 30 years. I have done 32 assignments for various people. I have been a consultant to Tamil Nadu Electricity Board, Tamil Nadu Planning Commission, Maharashtra State Electricity Board, Madhya Pradesh Electricity Board, Andhra Pradesh Electricity Board, Kerala, Orissa. So the moment you prove yourself that you are worth for the country, you are sought after and you won't be dismissed. So kindly arm your, this is the message I want to give to the young engineers. Please arm yourself with other skills. That is necessary. So with this small piece of message, I really thank that the GCT Association and the GCT has come out with a lot of developments. I'm happy that things are very much in the right path, and definitely GCT has got a place in future education, not as GCT University of its own. So that any engineer, any person wants to enter into GCT, he can come out with a full-fledged national server. He will serve the country. To that extent, he will be educated on all the aspects, including patriotism. You see, you have got an institute at Bangalore. It is called National Institute of Public Policy. There, you are told about what you have as a competitive edge. You are standing on an edge, competitive edge. You know, either you can fall on this side or on this side. So you have to equip yourself to stand on that competitive edge. And it is run by no other person like Dr. Samuel. Now somebody else is taking over. And they are in association with the Institute of Economic Growth at Karnataka. It's started by an economist, former education minister. It's going on very well. They are combining together so that whatever skills that this institute lacking, they get it from here. And kindly note, you have to be economic. I won't call it economic, be cost effective. So that means you must know at what cost you are working. And this is the one-line sentence ONGC chairman gave me for an assignment, 3 assignments. I am moving into a government style of functioning to a commercial style. You imagine ONGC, commission, not corporation. Today it is corporation. At the time it was commission. I am moving into from a government style of functioning to a commercial style of functioning, wherein I want my executives to work at a cost, but not at any cost. I have the right to hire and fire. I inducted about 40 industrial scholars from CA Institute and CWA Institute into the thing. And at that time, I warned the Director of Finance, you don't have the ability to retain them. And after 3 or 4 years, when I went there to check up for a review, I found most of them have left the organization because it was a government organization. But today you get into the ONGC, the commission corporation, you are well off. Starting salary is about nearly 2,25,000 rupees. So you should know how to spend it. Is there any institution to tell you how to spend your money? Tell me. There is nobody. I find a lot of IT engineers, they are having tons of money. Put money into the house, put money into this. In fact, my relative, he gets about 1,40,000 rupees. He's an MCA only. He is working with the CTS. He gets about 89,000. He's a bachelor. The programs are there. So just 1 minute. He says he goes to his elder sister's children. What do you want for this month? Have 5,000 rupees. You go to the younger sister, have 5,000 rupees. You want whatever you want, you take it. I said, don't do it. You know how to spend it, because money, you can have it today, but tomorrow very hard to earn it, very difficult to earn. So naturally, you must have the economics of it also. And remember, everywhere competition is building up like anything. Competition. So you should be prepared to equip yourself to face that competition. It may be your classmate, it may be your neighbor, or it may be somebody else. Why? I am a competitor, somebody else even today. But I don't involve myself into the competitive aspect. I just involve myself only to my terms of reference and be satisfied. I'm still active. I was telling my friend, I don't need any support. I'm confident. Still active. For me, what I require is probably after 1 year or so, some retirement home. I have purchased it near Polachi. I'm satisfactorily living there. Thank you very much.
Now I request to start the
Good morning to you all. After 61, I joined in Public Works Department and served for 35 years. My service is not so exemplary. I simply work in buildings divisions and construction of buildings for High Court, GCT and IRT Perundore Medical College. Then I retired in 97 and I am at Coimbatore, residing in some apartments here.
இந்த பெரியவர்கள் எல்லாம் 1961 இந்த மிகப்பெரிய நிறுவனத்திலிருந்து கிராஜுவேஷன் என்ஜினியர்கள் ஆன பொழுது நான் பிறந்தேன். என்னுடைய பிறந்த ஆண்டு 1961. I belong to 1982 batch B Mechanical Engineering from GCT. My professor is sitting just in front of me. I thought now I am retired, having served as the professor and principal of few institutions. Now I am retired. I thought my time is over. Narai Kudi Club Paruvam Yedi Kudu Gutri Yanapin Maidal. But having listened to Sir Anumandrao and other people, now I feel that now I have got a new lease of energy. Now the time has started only now with so much of experience now and the energy given by these great stalwarts. Okay, thanks to you, sir. In fact, lectures like people from you should be recorded and given to the first year students mandatory for all the engineering colleges. Now, if your experience should not go as a waste. பாரதி பாடின மாதிரி நல்லதோர் வீணை செய்தே அதை நலங்கட புழுதியில் எரிவதுண்டோ அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி no amount of lecturing and motivation will motivate the students like the address by great people like you. உங்களை மாதிரி ஒருத்தர் இல்ல நிறைய பேர்கள் இருக்கலாம். அவர்களுடைய லெக்சர்ஸ் எல்லாம் ரெக்கார்ட் பண்ணி that should be given to the first year students. That will be a great motivation than any reading or any books or whatever. Okay, I again go to you, sir. Thank you. My name is the same as yours. Yeah, my name is Dr. K. Mohansundaram. I'm the younger brother of the world-renowned space scientist Dr. Mailaswamy Annadurai.
Supposed to say it, sir. You did it. Thank you. And we have an analytical professor here with us, Dr. Yashoda, and we just were discussing that we will make use of the resources of sir in the coming month. We'll come to you, sir. Thank you.
Mr. Hanuman Rao, he wants to settle in a senior home at the point of yes, Arctic, but yes, he's waiting for the house is waiting for this occupation. But unfortunately, his son has not married. He does not want parents. So he's forced to stay in Chennai.
No, my wife is more eager to serve food morning, lunch and dinner than accompanying me to this place.
You have to find out some way according to settle.
I cannot help you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I invite our chief guest to distribute the medals. I call upon Yashoda ma'am to receive Mr. Janaki Raman Medal of 1954 Mechanical Silver Gold Plated for Best Project Award distribution. I invite Prasanamurthy sir to receive Mr. C.V. Chetty Medal 1951 Electrical Batch Silver Gold Plated Medal for Best All-Rounder Students. I invite Professor Rajesh Murthy to receive Mr. Sundaresan 1971 Electrical Outstanding Students for Jubilee and Mechanical 3rd years. These medals will be later received by the students after recognizing. Thank you, sir. Gratitude is not only the greatest of virtues, but the parents of all others. I request Dr. P. Ilamati ma'am, Joint Secretary of GCTAA Alumni Association, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Honorable dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, most distinguished chief guest, respected principal in charge ma'am, most valued alumni president, former GCTAA alumni secretaries Dr. Minambar ma'am, Dr. P.K. Jaydev sir, my own teacher, guide, mentor, and well-wisher, beloved alumni members, faculty members, 1961 batch Diamond Jubilee alumni members, and the student friends, very grateful to conduct this group here. The best and beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt by heart. Thank you is one such prayer among them, and the vibration of gratitude attracts most positive thoughts into our lives. So I consider it a great pleasure and privilege to propose vote of thanks on this memorable and successful occasion. My words are not enough to express gratitude on behalf of GCTAA Alumni Association on my own behalf. First and foremost, I mention my deepest gratitude to Engineer R. Arunachalam, former Director General, the Ministry of Power, New Delhi, today's chief guest, alumnus of GCT 1961 Diamond Jubilee Batch, for honoring us with his valuable presence and delivering a wonderful speech. Thank you so much, sir. I extend my humble thanks to Engineer Hanuman Rao of 1961 Diamond Jubilee Batch for gracing the occasion with his valuable presence and delivering a very informative speech. Thank you so much, sir. In this juncture, I would like to extend my sincere thanks to Engineer K.R. Rangasamy sir also for his very motivating speech. And also I would like to submit my heartfelt thanks to our principal, Dr. P. Thamarai, for awakening the passion and desire to support us as a leader to reach the goal of success. Next, I submit my deepest gratitude to our principal in charge and professor of ECE, Dr. C. Santi ma'am, who has always been a source of inspiration for gracing this occasion with her valuable presence in spite of his not feeling well, and delivering a very thought-provoking speech with a goody story. Thank you so much, ma'am. I would like to place my deep felt respect, love, gratitude to our beloved President Engineer Anwar Baksha sir for inspiring, motivating, and leading us all the time. Thank you so much, sir, for your endless effort and continuous support. I extend my wholehearted thanks to Engineer Lakshmi Narayanan, Vice President, for his solid support and timely monitoring in every aspect as we grow. Thank you so much, sir. And I also thank Dr. Prasanna Murthy, Secretary, GCT Alumni Association, for his massive support in organizing this event. Thank you, sir. And I would like to extend my gratitude to all the executive committee members and alumni members who have been continuously contributing to various scholarships and various activities of Alumni Association. At this juncture, I want to specially thank Mr. Sukumar and Mr. Sendil Velan of 1998 batch for their initiative to form GSARC, that is GCT Student Alumni Relationship Cell, with a motto to strengthen the relationship between institution, students, and alumni. I also would like to extend my special thanks to other G-Star committee members, Mr. Vijay and Mr. Surya of 2002 batch, Mr. Pradeep Varman of 2009 batch, Mr. Gautam of 2014 batch, Mrs. Meenakshi and Mrs. Shanti of 1998 batch, and Mrs. Vidya of 92 batch, who are the pillars of GSARC initiatives and activities for their wonderful efforts and continuous support. I hope this will be continued in the forthcoming years also with the support, all your support. An event of this dimension cannot happen overnight. The wheels start rolling months in advance. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very motivated executive committee members and dedicated GSARC members. I cannot thank everyone enough for the involvement they have shown and the willingness they have expressed to take on the completion of the task beyond their comfortable zones. Thank you all. Last but not the least, my special thanks to all the student volunteers, Jocelyn ma'am, and other staff members of the Alumni Association for their participation and commitment. Once again, I thank everyone for gracing this occasion with their presence. Thank you all.
I'd like to add only one small point. I think Dr. Vinodhi mentioned a lot of names. One thing he bestowed was a good number of them are not in Coimbatore. They are in US and they are not in their places far away from Bangalore, but still extending support. So the point what I want to convey to the forum is it is only the systems cannot keep us away, right? Even if you are away, you can contribute because technology is not so much that you are still physically present inside the campus even if they are not. Right? So this is one message what I want to drive home to all the friends who can contribute back because I think we have enough money and we have sources for money. We know how to collect money at least because our GCT hearts are very generous. I request time. If anyone of you would like to contribute anything to the cause, please contribute time. Even a 1 hour lecture, one group of students would take a lot of time. So that is the point I want to say. Thank you for the opportunity.
The cultural fest is waiting for us. I request all the members to kindly.
Meanwhile.
அகௌண்டிவ் வழியாக பார்த்தது வந்து நம்மளுடைய ஜிசிடி அடையாள சூழலான ஓவலை மாணவர்களுடைய கைவளம் இந்த மாதிரி சோஷியல் மீடியா பேஜஸ் லிங்க்டின் ஆகட்டும், டெலிகிராம், ஃபேஸ்புக் அந்த மாதிரி நிறைய சோஷியல் மீடியா பேஜஸ்ல உங்களுடைய அலுமினி அப்புறம் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாமே ஆக்டிவா நிறைய டாஸ்க் கம்ப்ளீட் பண்றாங்க. So I request everyone to follow to extend the support. Thank you.
One more time. Can you announce one more time?
எந்த ஒரு நிகழ்ச்சியும் ஆடலும் பாடலும் இல்லாம நிறைவு பெறாது, முழுமை அடையாது. அதனால லட்சுமி தேவி பிரியா ஐபிடி தேர்ட் இயர் I request the audience to have a seat and watch the film.
எடுத்துங்க, ரிமூவ் பண்ணிடுங்க.